Summon Sign is brought to you by you. If you want to learn how to support our show, go to patreon.com/laststandmedia. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 137 of Summon Sign, Last Stand Media's weekly in-depth game discussion podcast. I'm your host, as always, Brad Ellis. Very special week indeed going on here. But first, we're going to start with Mr. Gene Park. Gene, what's up, dude? Great to see you.
Good morning. Good morning. Back on Ellis, of course.
Yes, sir.
But mostly just here to welcome our special guests and my very good friend. And I'll let you introduce her.
Yes. Yes, we have Baberuthless, fighting game expert, super fan, I would say, definitely. I was looking at your YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of good videos on here. I'm like looking at these. I'm like, man, I need to watch some of these videos going on here. Favorite stages?
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, that one in particular was a collab video between like a bunch of other like creators, both within the fighting game community. So you might hear me abbreviate it as like FGC. But also outside of the fighting game community as well. But yeah, really excited to be here. And excited to talk a little bit about what's going on right now in the industry.
Yeah. So I heard about you through Radic, who's a good friend of ours as well, and Gene. How did you meet Radic and Gene?
Twitter?
Okay.
Yeah, so Radic, we'd been talking for a while on Twitter, and he actually came down to America for oh my god, why am I blanking on the name? It's in Philadelphia.
Yeah, was it Too Many Games?
Too Many Games, that's it. Yeah, so he came down to Too Many Games, and we don't live too far from Philadelphia, so basically like came down, we had a whole like DC day essentially. Where like we walked around like on the National Mall and everything and showed him all the sites. So that was my first time meeting him actually. And I think he might have recorded an episode of the podcast like in my
He did, yeah.
background.
He did, yeah. Because I was complimenting like all the posters in the background and all that stuff. I was like, these are good.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And then Gene, I also met through Twitter, but I think that was the Mario Galaxy movie, right? We watched that together.
We did, yeah. It was the Mario Galaxy movie. I don't know how we started following each other on Twitter.
That's a great question. Yeah.
Oh, you look cool. You like fighting games. Same. So
appreciate it.
But yeah, I wanted the Yoshi the popcorn bucket.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, and it was all sold out. I didn't think to buy it at the media premiere, which they had it there, and I was like, I don't need that. And then I thought about it. I was like, wait, I actually do need that, because it looks so cute. And so I put out a call out on Twitter if anyone has an extra one, and sure enough, BR right here just had an extra Yoshi lying around.
Wow, yeah, an extra Yoshi. That's so funny.
It's huge. It's so big. It's like, I think it's like not 3 feet tall. That's an exaggeration, but it's like at least a foot tall.
Yeah.
It's gigantic. And I was crazy. Like, I don't have room for both of these. I need to like, and I was like selling things is like a lot of effort. And I was like, I don't really care that much about whatever the $50 or $60 I'm going to get back. So I was like, someone wants it. Like I was already kind of like trying to give it away anyways. So it just kind of happened that I saw that on my Twitter feed. And I was like, oh yeah, I have one if you want it. So that's how it happened.
Yeah. You still got the bucket, Gene?
I still do. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I forgot. Did you show it on Punching Up before?
I did show it on Punching Up. Yeah. It's sitting on my printer right now. It's big ass right there too. So
yeah,
I'm actually thinking about selling some stuff too, because I actually I think I've just straight up run out of space in my apartment. I just don't have like things to put anywhere.
I know. Fills up, man. Fills up real quick.
All these goddamn special edition games or whatever like that I get sometimes.
Do you keep the boxes?
I do. I still have the box for my PC too. I should probably just throw it away.
You get rid of the box, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, because like the warranty's over or whatever, or what. I mean, the PC works. It's fine. So
yeah. Yeah, I see controllers everywhere. It looks like almost on your table in the back. It looks like Switch games stacked up. I don't know if that is necessarily, but it looks like it.
It is books.
Okay,
Actually.
it's like because they're all red.
Much more educated and well read.
yeah, very well read.
Oh yeah. The one in the back. Yeah, that's just a magazine and
okay.
Books and
okay.
Too. So yeah, I do have Switch cases behind me in the shelf behind me.
Okay, yeah.
And it's just a sea of red there.
Sea of red back there. Yeah. With the Sonic medallion, of course, got to have that. Looking at your channel, also speaking of well read, you're a big Resident Evil fan. It looks like that's good stuff. Yeah, me and Gene are huge Resident Evil fans. All right, we're in great company right now. This is awesome.
Yeah, I played a shit ton of Resident Evil 9. And I decided, I was like, okay, well, I really love this game. I really want to talk about this game. I'm going to do one single video on something not related to fighting games. And it just so happened, like, because of the timing of the videos I was creating, like it came out maybe a few weeks before Resident Evil 9 actually released. I didn't plan it that way. I was literally making the video, but one of my other videos had to get delayed, so I had to push this one forward. And it just so happened that like the timing was right and like everything kind of came together. So that video actually is like my highest viewed video, which I'm super grateful for, but also I'm like, but why wasn't it a fighting game video? I was like, I would prefer that.
It's usually the ones you don't expect to get the most views and all that kind of stuff. And you're like, okay, well, it is what it is.
Yeah, sleeper agent.
I guess just to give kind of some of the listeners some background on you, I guess, like what got you into gaming, if you could remember some of your favorite games, maybe your franchises, just to give them a little taste.
Yeah, I mean, obviously my channel is about fighting games. So I've been playing fighting games for a very long time. I wouldn't consider myself to be very good at them, but I feel like common story, I had an older brother when I was growing up, and so he was really the one that was like, hey, play like Street Fighter 2 New Challengers with me, or like play Tekken 2 with me. So I grew up for a long time playing those games. I wasn't old enough to quite like be hitting the arcades during like the 90s boom and like playing all this stuff, like, and I don't think my parents honestly like would have let me, even if like I was able to, I don't think they would have let me. They were very protective. But then as an adult, I actually like kind of started coming back to these games, I'd say around the pandemic, like a lot of other people. And then I was really bored during the pandemic. I was bored out of my fucking mind. Yeah. And then I was like, okay, let me maybe try making a few videos. So I made a few videos, not even about fighting games. I sat on them for like at least a year because I didn't think they were very good. And then I had a friend who basically was like, hey, you should just publish it. So I just like published a few videos about fighting games. And then it's just kind of like gone from there. But I played a ton of JRPGs growing up. Whatever, Pokemon, Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy.
Yep. We're all on the same page.
I've played all of those really classic games. So just in general, like a really big fan. I will say my biggest blind spot is probably like in the more so of like the Western games. I actually played Halo for the first time.
Oh.
With the Halo campaign involved. I literally played it for the first time. I had no clue what was going to happen. And now I totally get the hype behind why people love that game so much. Because I was like, this is such a good game.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that story. Let's see here. Neo JD wrote and said, Gene, have you introduced The Weeknd to Brad? When are we getting him on Summon Sign? Congrats, homie. You've got the juice. What's going on there, Gene?
I just had a great article that just came out yesterday. Hold on, I'm just sending this email from work. Just published a long-awaited article yesterday. So the secret's out. I've been talking to The Weeknd for the past few months, and it's been nice. It's nice to finally talk about that. But of course, for you folks who don't know, anyone who's paying attention to music and video game news, you know that The Weeknd, the number one male touring act in the world right now, is a huge gamer. He loves video games. He played Elden Ring when it came out, I think. And like earlier this year, he was playing Nier. He was playing the Nier games. He was playing Nier Automata and Nier Replicant. And then like 2 months later, he's in Japan with Yoko Taro and Hidetaka Miyazaki, like,
Hanging
having
out.
sushi,
That's so cool.
drinking sake. Like, he's seeing Yoko Taro without his mask, like, that's crazy. And then he'll play like Killer 7 and he'll be like, oh, I want to meet Suda 51. So, and then he just goes over and it just meets Suda 51. It's incredible stuff.
Yeah.
And then he loves Persona. And then like Sega is like, oh yeah, do you want to play Persona 4 early? And do you want to get a sneak peek at Persona 6 early? And it's, oh yeah, sure. So he does that too. But yeah, and then so I reached out to him and he actually hit me back up. And then so we just been chatting and, of course I talked to him about the angle, but, interviewing him about all the gaming exploits that he's been going on. But he wants to use his influence for good. He wants to talk about, he doesn't want to just talk about a mainstream game that millions of people will already buy, he wanted to help out an indie game that he really fell in love with. And it's by this indie studio, Water Museum. And the game is called About Fishing. It's a demo right now on Steam. It's free. And it's just it's a weird little fishing game that tells a really dark and creepy and mysterious story about some murder going on, and it's very like David Lynch. And I interviewed the founder of the company, Water Museum, and we all had a nice chat. The weekend, and Kevin Brown of the Water Museum and I talking about his game and talking about what makes the game special. And the weekend was like, or Abel, now as he likes to be going by, Abel Tesfaye is his full name, his full government name, from Canada. A lot of people from Canada.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. He's from Toronto too, same place as Drake. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so he told me like, yeah, man, like he was like growing up, like his cousin would bring over the CD wallet full of burned Dreamcast discs. And that's where
man.
So he's like one of us, man. Like he grew up, he played games the exact same way as us. Burned Dreamcast discs full of like Power Stone and fighting games and Shenmue and Seaman. He played Seaman, which is crazy. Like no one just plays Seaman, right?
Right. Yeah.
Like you have to like know about it, and you have to seek it out, and you have to like power through it because it's like a weird game to play.
Yeah, gotta have the mic and all that. Yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like
and he played Seaman
with the face, right?
Yes, it's very disturbing.
Yeah, it's a face. It's a fish with a human face, voiced by the late great Leonard Nimoy. Who's Captain Spock of the Star Trek series.
That's
Kingdom Hearts as well, right there. Xehanort.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. So it's been fun getting to know the weekend. No, I have not introduced him to Brad,
not yet,
or anybody I know. Not yet. Yeah. But it's crazy because like now the weekend just like watches my Instagram stories. So like when I watched the Odyssey in like a regular theater, he was like, "What? No IMAX?" And I'm like, I'm sorry, Abel. I'm not. I can't just fly over to Germany at one of the 40 only 70 million IMAX theaters to watch it while I'm on tour in Europe.
True.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, that story's up. If you guys want to read it, make sure to do that. Support Jeed's work over there. Good stuff. All right, guys. Let's talk about Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. It's finally here. New fighting game from PlayStation and Arc System Works. I played a little bit of it. I am no fighting game expert. Just for people context, I've been out of the fighting game scene since like PS2 era is kind of where I started to fall off of fighting games. So coming back into one has been very interesting for me because I'm like, whoa, dude, I'm very rusty. So BR, I want to get just your overall thoughts on the game first.
Yeah, no, I think Tokon, even among modern fighting games, Tokon is very, very different. So first things off, it's actually it's a 4v4 game, which we've had 3v3 games before. You got your Marvel versus Capcoms, all that stuff. There's like a 2v2 right now. There's like a League of Legends fighting game actually that's out. That's a 2v2. But I think this might be the first time there probably is something earlier, but like the first time that there's been like a 4v4 fighting game. Luckily, if you don't want to, you don't have to play it 4v4. So all four of the characters you pick, they share one health bar. So basically, like if you want to just do one-on-one and use your other three characters as solely just being assists, so like an extra move that you can do, that's totally possible. But I do feel like the game definitely incentivizes you to like experiment around and play with more characters than just one. But to be honest, like for me and my level of ability playing fighting games, dude, like 2 is like the max. Like I cannot go more, like keeping track of 4 is absolutely insane. But I mean, it's still very new, so like the meta is developing, right? But it seems like there's a lot of sauce to this game. People are really excited for it because it's kind of like a spiritual successor to like the Dragon Ball Z fighting game that was out. So overall, it seems like people really like the game. There's technical issues that are happening with the PC port specifically that actually I think they might be fixing today, or they have fixed like as of today of like when we're recording this. But you know, it's the first couple of days of launch. There are bound to be some problems that kind of show up within that process. But yeah, I mean, great game. They have, I mean, your classic like Marvel picks, or you know, you got your Wolverine, you got your Captain America, but they got some freaks up in there, which I'm all about that. Like just like the weird, insane, like just like really interesting picks of characters that you don't normally see in these fighting games. So yeah, I'm really excited. I played a little bit of it this past weekend because I was at like a charity stream event, FGC Coliseum, that's supporting Wings for Life, which does spinal cord research. So I was doing that this weekend. So we got to play a lot of that, which was very cool. But I haven't really had a lot of time to just like sit down, be in the training mode, like figure out stuff of how it works. But yeah, overall, really good game. And I know Gene pushed some buttons for it with the game at my place when the beta version, not the one that just came out.
Yeah. Gene, did you get a chance to play the full game?
I did. Yeah, I actually got a review code for it. So thank you, Sony, for that. Not even a review code because I basically got it
unsolicited. Yeah,
unsolicited. Yeah, I got it. I got it on the day of release, so that was nice. And I told them I'm not going to review it anyways. But I might because surprise, I actually love this game.
Okay.
Yeah,
great.
It feels so good. I did not expect this, and BR knows too. Like when I played it, I was like, "Oh, this is pretty good, right?" But I wasn't like blown away. I don't know if I'm blown away, but like I'm clicking it with way harder than I expected. And you know, we can talk about that, but like you know, like the controls feel good. Like the art, like the art style is really starting to hit with me now, BR, because I remember I was saying to you, like I was like, this game looks really good, but I think it might still be the ugliest Atlas game,
right?
Like compared to how beautiful Guilty Gear Strive looks, right? And just like how perfect, you know, Dragon Ball Fighter Z looks, to like a video game version of Toriyama. So and then Marvel Tokon comes and it's like, oh, it looks cool and the designs are cool, but like I don't know about like the art style and everything like that. But like the more I look at it and like the more I'm actually playing it, like it really just pops. And this is like easily like the best looking Marvel game ever, other than like if you really prefer pixels. And I do prefer pixels. I wish fighting games would go back to pixels someday, please. I would love to play a pixel based fighter again. But I just think it looks fantastic. So yeah, I haven't played too much of it. I've only played one episode of it and just labbing in the training mode. So.
Yeah, I feel like all of us were just kind of labbing it, basically. I mean, when you play fighting games, like how can you not just go straight to the lab, I guess, and just spend a lot of time there just figuring things out. So I know there's a whole campaign and all that stuff, but none of us did that quite yet. I will do it though at some point.
I've done one of the campaigns.
Okay, you did one campaign? Oh,
I did Amazing Guardians because he's got two of my favorite characters on there, Spider-Man and Miss Marvel.
Okay. So. How was it?
Dude, it's so good, man.
Okay.
It's a huge reason why I love this game, because it's like, and Babe knows that I have struggled with fighting games because I want them to have like a decent single player component, and not since like Tekken 8 had one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Street Fighter 6 has one. And Mortal Kombat has one. So like the reason why I play all of them is because they all have like really, really compelling single player campaigns. Mortal Kombat 1 disappointed me because I think the story like gets a little crazy in the second half. And it just made me not even want to play the rest of the series. But for Tokon though, so each episode, each of the 5 episodes of the 5 teams, they're all having comic book style panel storytelling, and there's voice acting. And I guess the biggest criticism I might have, and the biggest criticism I see around, is that the voice acting sucks. And it is like not great. It's very like cartoony and very like exaggerated, and it's very stilted too, because the comic book panels, like even when you put in autoplay, it kind of like goes slowly. So the conversations, there's like several seconds of silence in between every line of dialogue. And if you speed through it with the X button, then it just sounds kind of wonky, and sometimes you miss some of the cool like little effects or animations that happen in the comic book panel. So you might have to just be a little patient and just let it run. But like the story is pretty fun, especially with the Spider-Man story. It's got Spider-Man's personality. Mr. Marvel is kind of a Spider-Man stan, which is great because she is kind of a similar type of character, coming out from high school, discovering her abilities, and then so she like Babe, she reminds me of Sakura and Ryu, like that kind of relationship,
Yeah, that kind of like almost like mentor disciple relationship.
Exactly, yeah, and like like the reluctant mentor, or like the super eager the teen disciple. It's a super fun dynamic. And then like they wrote Spider-Man really well in this one. Where he kind of becomes like a main character, and he's going through fighting all the other heroes, and you get to see him equip with all the other heroes. And there's I mentioned that it's told through the comic book style storytelling, but there's also animated cutscenes for some of the more general and like bigger hits. Where so the story is that some evil guy named Champion is basically taking over every single world, basically across the multiverse, and he just wants to fight to be able to save them or whatever. And then so all of Earth's champions and villains gather together for the right to gain a wish from him or whatever. And any time that it involves that or his really cute promoter girl, she's just called Promoter, who is just announcing everything and just has some crazy moves. Anytime it involves either one of them, there's always this like really beautifully animated cutscene that really pops. The intro of the game is fucking awesome, dude. Yeah. Like it's just like it's a great like a track screen for an arcade. It makes me really happy that I have this. So I actually just bought it on physical. I actually just got it. I literally just got an Amazon notice that it just arrived in my mail.
Oh, okay.
Right now, because I was like, no, fuck yeah, I want to buy this game. And physical games are leaving, so there's gonna be one of the last Sony first party physical games. So I definitely want one. But yeah, long story short, I'm super surprised. I love it. I can't wait to play more.
No, that's awesome. I love like how the opening is very like, they didn't just go like, Western. It's very like Japanese coded, right? Because the developers are Arxis. So I really love like a lot of the anime style panels that they drew for all the different story episodes for like each of the different teams that there are. I played like the default one which was like just the Avengers. And I agree the voice acting wasn't the best in places, but also like a lot of fighting games don't even have like any voice acting except like like the top ones obviously will have voice acting, but a lot of them don't. So like the fact that they even had that, like I don't know, maybe we're just like begging for scraps in like the fighting game community. But I was like, yeah, this is great. It's fully voice acted.
It's and also the voice acting. Sorry to interrupt you. The voice acting is like fighting game voice acting too, right? Like it's like the guys that are saying Berserker Barrage and Radioactive Spider. So like they're always like enunciating things loudly and like cartoonishly, and that's the same with voice actors for the cutscenes. And it's there's a nice little level of consistency. So I don't want to say it sucks. Like it feels like it's part of the experience, you know?
Right, but it doesn't feel like the Marvel movies or anything like that.
No, yeah. It's not going to be The Last of Us or anything like that. You know, just don't expect that.
Right. I will say though, one thing that I also really loved about the episode modes was that for the X-Men one specifically, I didn't play it through that much, but I think the art was done by an actual X-Men artist. It looks like one-to-one with the comic. So it's like the rest of them have like the Japanese art style, like the manga comic art style, but like the X-Men route specifically has like X-Men looking art. And I was like, this is really cool. Like that's just such a little detail that they killed or knocked out of the park, because I was like, this is awesome.
That's really cool. Who did you guys start with? I started with Wolverine just because I'm like, oh yeah, I used to play him a lot in like MVC too, so I kind of had some familiarity with him, but seemed cool so far. I don't know, man. I'm kind of like looking at Green Goblin right now. Like, this guy's weird. I kind of like this character, so I might try to learn him.
He's got his like board that he can fly around.
Yeah, I thought that was super funny. Yeah. What about you, BR? What did you pick first?
So far, and like obviously subject to change, but like I really love Blade. Like he looks so cool, and he just like the way he feels. I can't really describe, but like the way he feels is really smooth, kind of like a Virgil character, kind of from like Marvel versus Capcom 3 almost. And then I'm also playing Black Panther, Shuri.
Okay.
She's really cool too. And she has like a lot of air mobility and things that she can do with, and like throw her spear and stuff like that. So I've been having a lot of fun with it. The other two characters, I'm kind of like, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I still got to mess with like a lot too. Because like Carnage looks awesome too. I mean, they all look pretty great. And like Magneto, it's like, how can you not love Magneto and Doom, of course? So I don't know, man. It's hard for me to pick a main, at least stick with one right now. Gene, who'd you gravitate towards?
I started with Spider-Man, just because I love Spider-Man and Marvel vs. Capcom. And he's kind of like a really bouncy Shotokan, you know. But he doesn't really control like that, and like no, this game is very kinetic, and part of why I love it is that it only has 3 buttons, so it's very simple, and the team up button is assigned to X, so that's very simple too. So I love that. But Spider-Man is very bouncy, and he's got like a lot of like zoning attacks too. So he's a little hard to get used to. He feels pretty advanced. So then I just switched to Miss Marvel, which is a lot simpler, I think. It feels really good. And I just love her character. I just love her character design. I just like looking at her the most. And Spider-Man too. Spider-Man's design with the white kind of like hints at the Insomniac Spider-Man, but it has his own flavor to it.
Yeah.
Looks really cool. Like all the character designs look amazing. Yeah, you're right. Like Green Goblin looks amazing, and his moveset is crazy too. Like everyone's so fun. Even Penny Parker was a lot of fun to play too.
Yeah. So like I was saying, I don't play a lot of modern fighting games. I've been out of the loop on them for a while, but like the auto combos and the auto ultimates, I'm like still not used to this kind of stuff in fighting games. I need to you could turn that like off, I assume, like the instant ults, like, if you do a combo automatically as an ultimate, it's like, I don't like any of that stuff usually.
I don't think you can right now, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're locked into the auto combos. I think I heard people complaining about that, but I don't know. It is nice to be able to make your own combos, obviously, but also I feel like if the auto combo is there as an option, I think it's a really good way to get
of course
into the game. So definitely, I just wish kind of the option to toggle on and off was there if it's not already there. I might be mistaken.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind the option being there whatsoever. I think it's totally fine. It makes sense. It's a great way to get people into a fighting game, but I guess I'm just more old head in that style where I'm like, gotta learn the combo kind of thing, but I don't know. That might just be an old way of thinking about fighting games. I'm not really sure. I was going to ask, so this game has a big spotlight on it right now, and a lot of people I saw, it's Marvel, of course, which is a humongous IP, and I saw a lot of people kind of observing it who maybe aren't into fighting games. If someone is considering picking this up, do you guys have any tips for someone who's not really a fighting game person or ready to get into it?
I would say just start and this is my advice to anybody who's trying to get into a fighting game regardless, just start with a character that you think looks cool, that you think feels plays really well. Don't try to like get in there and start tagging. Don't try to like start getting in there and like figuring out like who has the best team. Let me learn some combos, blah, blah, blah. I'd say just pick a character that you really like, start playing through the story mode. Actually, the story mode is really like, I've never seen this before actually in another fighting game. It's really great at slowly ramping up the difficulty because actually each time you finish one episode, and you can lower the difficulty, but each time you finish one episode, the next episode that you play actually bumps up the difficulty. So it's like basically letting you learn how to play, and then it's kind of like picking up the pace as it goes further and further on. So no, I think just like starting with the story mode, like start with a character that you like, and just focus on having a good time playing the game. Like you don't need to be, the next whatever champion, Evo champion at Marvel. Just enjoy the game. And like the single player content in this game is great. I mean, that's one criticism that I think the FG, like a lot of fighting games get, is that a lot of times they launch with like no or like very little single player content. And this game is like chock full of it. They have like a whole side mode. They have a whole like online lobby area that's really cool and thoughtfully designed. So I think just starting there, and then from there, if you continue to like it, you can play online and stuff like that. But I feel like when a lot of people think of fighting games, maybe they get a little bit scared because they're like, oh, it's something super hardcore. But it's really this game isn't that hard to pick up on. But if you want that executional depth, it's definitely there for you.
What about you, Gene? Anything?
I can't think of any better advice than that. I think for anyone who's maybe not into fighting games, but who is a lapsed fighting game player like me and you, Brad, because I and Babe knows this too. I grew up on fighting games. I love fighting games. I am old enough to have gone to the arcade. In fact, my fighting game cred goes back further than even Maximilian dudes, because he's never played Street Fighter 1.
At an arcade?
Yeah, at an arcade. He never played it with the big buttons before, but I sure as heck did. That was my first introduction to fighting games, is Street Fighter 1, and it just has 2 buttons on it, and punch and kick. It just depends on how hard you punch that button that you get the low, medium, or fierce
That's so
punch.
Insane. Yeah.
And it was so exhausting. Like I it's one of my earliest memories in life in general, actually. It's just like, like being born and like watching cartoons and then just punching the shit out of the Street Fighter 1 machine. Because it's really early on in video games, and I was like 6 or 7 years old when I was doing that. But I still remember how tired I got punching that thing.
Yeah, it's crazy. A lot of those machines just don't exist because they all just got like beat to death, basically.
Yeah, because we're all punching it. You just got a bunch of kids and teens just hitting the shit out of it. So, but yeah, like if you're a lapsed fighting game player like me, this might be a good one to come back to, because this is and I've been playing some fighting games on and off over the years. Tekken was great. Street Fighter 6 was great. Mortal Kombat's fine too. Pretty good stuff. And I like the Mortal Kombat stories in general. And so this one is now going to be in that rotation of like fighting games that are like getting me back in because they're very accessible. I personally like the auto combo thing. I don't know if I love it, but because it's still so new, and it does feel weird. You're right, Brad. Like every time I pop a special that I don't mean to, kind of feels like I'm not in control.
I think we've just been out of the game for a long time, so just got used to it.
Yeah, it's a little weird where I'm just like hitting circle over and over again, and all of a sudden like I just like explode with energy and just fill the whole screen with this crazy special move. So it does feel a little strange too, but you just got to get used to it.
Yeah, of course.
You just got to get used to the simplified beats of these fights and see how that works. So I'm still learning how to control the game well, but again, it's because it's simple that it makes you feel powerful and good early on, which is an important thing in fighting games, because and Babe and I have talked about this a lot, that like there's a huge on ramp for learning for fighting games sometimes.
Yeah.
And this one I feel like is a pretty short on ramp. Like all the basic moves are pretty similar. It's got that depth there, but the simplicity of like a Smash Brothers,
Yeah. Yeah, like you guys said, it is like a 4-man tag fighter almost, but BR is right. Like you can just main one character pretty much the entire time if you want. And when I hopped in, I was like, oh man, am I gonna have to learn 4 characters? But then you start kind of messing with it and going through and I'm like, oh, you can pretty much just play one if you want. Of course, if you want to get crazy and switch up the characters way more often during combat, you can. Because, they all play pretty different from what I've experienced. Like Magic, I think that's her name. She has like portals she can throw and like teleport to. I was like, oh, this is very interesting. So
yeah, they're all pretty different. Yeah, it's really cool. And also, real quick, the episode mode is pretty fucking challenging, man. I'm glad that you noticed that you said that the difficulty increases because I was noticing that too. And by the time I got to the final battle, I was getting my ass kicked. I just straight up lost like a couple times. I was like, okay, all right, I guess I gotta pay attention and learn how to do the tagging to have some deeper combos in there.
Right. Yeah. You can. Oh, I think I might have said this, but you can decrease the difficulty. So like they at least give you the option of like you doing that if you lose. But it's the episode mode. I think I didn't get through my second playthrough, but it was noticeably harder the second time through.
Okay. How many campaigns or episodes are there? Did you guys see?
I think there's 5, one for each of the teams.
There's 5.
Okay. Yeah. That's cool.
There's the Avengers, the X-Men, the Amazing Guardians, the villains, and
the Outriders, not the Midnight Suns.
And the one with Ghost Rider, and Loki, and Deadpool.
Yeah. One interesting mechanic is there are 4 characters you can have total, but you start off with just 2, right? That's how it works. You like when you knock someone off screen, I think, was that how it triggers where you unlock a new character?
Yes, you start off with 2 characters, and there's a number of ways you can unlock more characters. So one of them is like you get knocked into like the other stage, like through because you're getting like smashed on the side of the stage, right? So that's one way to do it. Another way is just I think if you throw someone and then maybe you break them through the wall and also through losing a round. So if you just like straight up lose a round, you'll gain one of the characters and they're like, okay, we're gonna be nice, we're gonna give you a little leg up, so we'll give you a character there. To be honest though, I haven't super experimented with those in combos.
It's still early going.
It's still very early on, but so there's ways to do it, but I think there's a lot of depth there for people that really want to start bring that into combos and things like that.
Yeah, basically everyone's just kind of learning the game right now for the most part. So there's going to be a lot more going on later.
Yeah.
Let's see here. John Wick's Pencil wrote in, said, yo. I was super stoked to play Tokon Fighting Souls this week, only to have my soul crushed by the poor PC optimization. I hope you guys had a better experience than many of us who are left out in the cold. What do you think, or who do you think is the main culprit? PlayStation login troubles, anti-cheat, or just plain old bad optimization? I'm leaning towards the latter, but it's still hard to believe that Arc System Works would put out a badly optimized game on PC. I'm a huge fan of their fighting games and all fighting games. This is the first time I'm not able to play a fighting game on release on my pretty good PC. What gives? Hey guys, have a great week. Oh, here's the specs if you're curious about it. But yeah, BR, you did bring this up earlier about kind of the PC issues that were going on. At least they are maybe being patched today. I did see something about that as well, but that definitely sucks. I played on PlayStation, Gene, you did, and I assumed you did as well, BR.
Yes.
Okay, so PlayStation, from what I understand, is pretty much smooth sailing for the most part. So that's been good, but yeah, you hate to see a great game come out and for it to be plagued by technical issues.
Yeah, I mean, at least they're addressing it quickly.
Yes.
So that's a good thing. And I think Sony has a PC porting team. So
they do,
yeah, so I feel like if I had to guess, obviously I don't know, but like I feel like that's probably not the issue. I think the question mentioned like the anti-cheat software. My guess would probably be that it has to do something with that. And like I know also for that, like you had to create like the PC release, you had to create like a PSN account, right? And then that's why it wasn't released in a lot of different countries, including like they actually listed like, oh, we specifically have to like say this is not coming out of North Korea, guys, which I found really funny.
Yeah.
But I did hear that there was like a workaround. I don't know if like it's true or not, but I heard that there was a workaround where if like you opened up the Epic Game Store at the same time as like Steam, then it would work.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if that actually was a thing, but that's just something I was like hearing down the grapevine.
That's crazy.
It just updated though on PC.
Oh, it just did? Oh, okay.
It just did today. So
yeah, and I think that's why a lot of the game, like the IGNs or the GameSpots, like that's why they weren't doing like, from what I've heard, they weren't giving away like early access. They just gave away access like the day the game came out because there were so many of those PC kinks that they were trying to work out. So,
Gotcha. A rabbit that only eats hawks wrote and said, "What Marvel characters that have no business being in a fighting game would you like to see in Tokon? Should Aunt May kick Doctor Doom's dick off? Should everyone's favorite character, Bug, make an appearance?"
I mean, they're not afraid to do the weird picks, right? Because
Yeah.
they already announced the first DLC character is like Phoenix Cyclops, which is from like Avengers versus X-Men, which is not good, but like that's a cool pick.
Yeah. Aunt May is a really funny choice, though. I do like that. That's pretty good. Uncle Ben as well would be good. Anything, Gene, you can think of any weird Marvel characters that aren't like, that you could see necessarily be in the game easily?
I don't know about weird, but I love to see Jubilee just in general.
She was just added to Rivals, right?
Yes, she was. Yeah.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, Squirrel Girl is also referenced in this game too, and it's like, that's a popular weird character. I never fucking read any Squirrel Girl comics, so honestly, like Guardians itself is already weird. It's only not weird because of the movie. So
yeah, I guess you're right. And it's crazy how much like Marvel Rivals brought Marvel characters to my attention that I never even heard of before. Like Magic, I had no idea who that was before. Squirrel Girl, I had no idea. But now they're like huge characters. And one of them's in Tokon, so that's interesting. Characters we need to see, though. I want Gambit. I need Gambit.
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
Gene, who do you need as well? Anyone else?
I keep thinking about the X-Men, the classic X-Men fighters. So I'm like,
you want? Oh, okay.
Omega Red was a favorite of mine.
Ooh, that could be cool.
Loved Omega Red, but also Magneto is just fun.
Yeah. Well, he's in there. We got him at least.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, he is in there.
We got Doom.
I'm sorry.
No Juggernaut yet.
Sentinel.
That's a classic one.
Yeah, that'd be good. What about you, BR? Who do you want to see?
For me, like, I just want to see more weird picks. So maybe, like, I want to see a character that's never been done before in a fighting game. So, I don't know. Oh, you know what? You know what idea I have of Howard the Duck.
He's
actually like a little. I think actually in the lobby you can make your little character like wear a Howard the Duck skin.
That's
so
funny.
I know they remember that character. So I think that would be like, I don't even know what he would play like, but I think it would be like a crazy pick.
He was in the MCU, so why not?
Yeah.
He was referenced in the Guardians movies.
Yeah, why not, man? There's so many characters. This is like a PlayStation Studios game as well on it. And we know fighting games are famous for crossovers. I'm wondering if they'll ever do like a PlayStation character like Kratos, throw him in there. Not that it needs it, but I'm just like, I don't know. Fighting games love to do that stuff.
Oh man, I was gonna say Kratos is a boring pick, but anime Kratos, could be fun.
Japanese Kratos,
Japanese style Kratos, and we're like, oh, dude, like just replace the real Kratos with this one, please.
Their design. They'd probably pick Aloy though. Would be like, all right.
Yeah. Also, the backgrounds in this fucking game are amazing, man. They
so look great.
Gorgeous, there's so much activity, like Wakanda to the X Mansion. The X Mansion is like right in the heart of the city, which is like I think closer to the comic book style, as opposed to like the mansion and in the movies. It's just like in the fucking woods. So yeah, the backgrounds are just so beautiful. New York City looks amazing. Like it's just so much. There's so much to look at in the backgrounds. I'm often distracted from the game because I'm just like, I just want to see what's going on in the back,
Yeah.
And to me, that's just the mark of like a great stage. I don't know. Maybe Babe here is the stage expert, so I don't know. What do you think?
No, I mean, it's very cool. It's like chalked to the brim with references. I think my favorite one so far is Asgard. like the just like with the Rainbow Bridge. It's just, it's just like a classic,
Beautiful.
and I love seeing it. It's beautiful, and like we've seen Asgard in other Marvel games, and I love seeing it reimagined in a different way in this one. And also the single player, like or like the little online hub that they have. I don't know if you guys had a chance to explore that world at all, but that's also crazy. They actually have this like I don't know if like I was just walking through, so maybe I was just like, there's a reason why this mode exists, but they actually have this train that you can board in this online lobby area, and it actually does like a first person like roller coaster tour where they like go around the whole lobby, and they like, and I think you can go in both directions if I'm remembering this correctly, but you can like actually like see like, okay, like here's like the main roller coaster area, and like here's like all these crazy areas. So like they actually do like a first person tour of the area, and the area actually has multiple sections. So like you can also go to like Asgard. Like it's only one room, but like you can take a train or whatever to Asgard. Or like Wakanda or whatever. Like there's
that's cool.
That's really cool actually.
Yeah, that's awesome. I like that.
Yeah, I haven't played any of the online because I canceled my PlayStation Plus, and it's not because of the physical media boycott. I'm not doing it because of that. It just so happens that I just canceled all my console game online passes, except for Xbox, because I wanted to play Halo just now. So that reminds me, I have to go cancel that again. But yeah, so I can't play online on PlayStation anymore. So that's kind of a bummer. I was like, oh wait, maybe I do want to play some online games, or I could just play it on PC if the PC version is
you could probably wait. Probably be fine like a week or two.
Yeah, I probably do want to get on a PC anyways, like depending on how well it runs on Steam Deck or not. But I think it would be kind of fun to just have it on the Steam Deck too.
It doesn't play on the Steam Deck right now.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because the Linux, that's right. The anti-cheat, that's right. Yeah. So, well, never mind it. Well, I have the ROG Ally X too. So there's,
So will that not work on Steam Machine then either?
I don't think so. Okay, that's a good question.
All right, well, as we wrap up Tokon, any final thoughts you guys want to get out about the game before we move on?
UI, love the UI, the menu interface, the way everything looks like a blank comic book panel page that needs to be filled out with all the labels and everything. That fantastic, just a beautiful game all throughout. Again, like Dave and I were talking about this. So she kind of helped me understand why I thought the game didn't look as good as Guilty Gear or Dragon Ball, and it's because it's Marvel. Like it's their interpretation of Marvel. So it's established characters, and all the designs look amazing. Like Doctor Doom to Magneto to
Iron Man
Carnage.
Looks good. Yeah,
they all look really good. But like the animation style is just a little different, and it's like Guilty Gear is their house style. So they just throw all the money and like creativity into that, and it just looks like next level. Like it just looks like no other game you've ever seen. I think it looks way better than Dragon Ball Fighter Z. And Dragon Ball Fighter Z just is basically the assignment is to copy Toriyama to the best of your ability and make it look as sharp. Whereas with Marvel, like Marvel just has so many different interpretations. So it's like, and here's theirs, and I think it looks fantastic. Like I actually don't want to like dump on how the game looks, because I think like it's just gorgeous to look at. I can't stop looking at it. It's just fun to have it on my screen.
Yeah.
And I think I haven't felt like that about a fighting game in ages. Not even Street Fighter 6. Like I wish Street Fighter 6 looked like this, man.
Yeah. No,
I get it. No, I totally get it. Yeah, I'm not dumping on the art style either, but I think like with them taking so many different universes and trying to kind of combine them into one, like Strive, it's it's their own character, it's their own IP. Like they can really go ham with the art style. But I think with Marvel, I'm sure there's like very specific ways that they had to get approved to depict them in like XYZ way. And so when you do that, right, you kind of have to combine all of these like really unique comics and their different art styles into one unified like art style. So you can't go as crazy, I guess, with like the stylistic direction, I'm assuming, with these games. So but no, I mean it's a fantastic looking game. I think it's a very high budget, high production looking game. And I'm really glad it's out, and it seems like it's definitely going to be like a very much like a mainstay lineup game in the FGC that we're going to play for who knows how many years to come. So I'm excited to really dive in and like start learning some of these mechanics. So I don't get beat up online all the
time. Yeah. All right, cool. Gene, let's keep it with Marvel, dude. Marvel Spider-Man 2. Were you in the mood because of the movie?
Because of Tokon and the movie. It's just a lot of good Marvel stuff coming out right now, you know? But definitely because of the movie. After watching Brand New Day, which I did enjoy, it's not my favorite Spider-Man movie of all time. I think the Raimi movies are still it. And for me, the Raimi movies aren't just great superhero movies. I think they're just great movies in general. I think Spider-Man 2 isn't just the greatest superhero movie of all time. I think it's like top 5 greatest movie of all time, period.
Bold.
I just think it's just a perfect movie all throughout. So I'm high on that Spider-Man hype, and Spider-Man 2 added the Brand New Day outfit. So it looks kind of. People were complaining about the coloring and everything like that. I think it looks cool, man. I think it looks great. Very classic red and blue outfit, and I love having the classic red and blue outfits too. And I know that I've talked about Spider-Man 2 many a time on LSM. And it usually rants about the story, and I want, but it's a game that I keep coming back to, man. I think at this point I've probably played like 150 hours now.
Wow.
You know,
okay.
Oh, wow.
And so I just started a new game, and I actually played through the whole story on PC, which I did once, but I didn't do New Game Plus. And on New Game Plus, you get the ultimate levels that you can increase. So I figured, wait, why not? I might as well maximize my save file and just run through the story again, just breeze through it. And guess what? The story is still kind of bad. But there's a lot of good parts in it, though. But let me get the very expected criticisms out of the way.
Sure.
I'm going to start with my biggest, weirdest nitpick about Spider-Man 2. And let me know, guys, if you guys... if I'm either wrong about this or if you guys feel the same way. In Spider-Man 2, you get the Venom outfit, and you get the spider arms that are from the movie and everything like that, right? And then by the end of the game, you can switch Peter Parker's abilities to have either the tentacle, like to parry or to swing around, or to have the spider arms to parry. But there's no way you can change the finisher animations for either of them. So even if you're wearing like the regular Spider-Man Brand New Day outfit, just all of a sudden, every once in a while, Spider-Man's going to grow some fucking tentacles out of his armpit and just like smash a guy through the window or something like that. And it just feels really weird. And I wish there was some way you can turn it off. If there's some way out there, I don't know what it is. But I think it's like not really a common complaint. I've seen like one or two other threads where people complain about it. It's an issue for me, man. Like it kind of breaks my immersion where I'm supposed to be like Street Spider-Man. I'm regular old Peter Parker, and all of a sudden go that.
Right.
It's a little wild. So that's really I think my only gameplay complaint about the game actually is everything else about the game is just clears the first two, Miles Morales and Spider-Man. Maybe not everything too. Some of the animations are a little bit repetitive as opposed to the earlier games. You know when there's the side quest where they have to stop the car from running around in traffic and shooting things up.
Yeah.
Like
same animation.
It's the same animation every single time that you want to stop the car. And it's like, man, you had like 3 different animations in the first game. What happened here? So that can be weird. The story itself is still fine. It's got some weird beats on it. I think the problem with the story is that it's trying to make it a Miles Morales story and a Peter Parker story at the same time. And that's just too many Spider-Man to pay attention to in one story. So the game itself kind of feels like extended issues across like several different comics. Basically, here's the Miles Morales comic and here's the Peter Parker comic. But I think both stories kind of suffer as a result. Like the villain motivations, Venom becoming who he is. It's like you just don't like. I'll try not to spoil anything for people who haven't played it yet. I think it's still a fairly new game, but like the motivation for Venom is just kind of there, And I get it. Like even for Spider-Man 1, like or even in Spider-Man 2, the movie that I just glazed, like Doc Ock just becoming crazy just all of a sudden. Like sometimes you just have to do that. Sometimes it's like, all right, just time to become the villain and let's go.
Right.
But I wish the on-ramp was just a little bit more believable in there. Another nitpick of mine, and this is purely a journalist nitpick. Insomniac has no idea what journalists actually do. They have no idea what like a news operation does or anything like that. When Mary Jane like submits her story and like she's like worried about whether Jonah will like it, and then Jonah calls in a Zoom and he's like, "No, I love it. This is editor material." And like, no, nobody ever says this is editor material to a good story. Like that's not that might as well be AI writing. Like that doesn't make any sense. You don't tell a writer this is good edited material. That's a completely different skill set and management skills. That like you have to be a manager as an editor. You know, it's like telling someone who did really good work as a landscaper that they'll run the company really well or something like that. Or like, oh, you'd be a great businessman. Like that fucking makes no fucking sense. But another complaint. I know I said I was going to be positive, but this
You're
game
more
has
positive than usual, I'll say.
Yeah. I got more positive notes here too. But I've complained about this before. I am so tired of the influence of Batman Arkham Asylum's Scarecrow section.
Oh, where it's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Every superhero game needs a mind balance section where it's just like, oh, I'm in my brain, and oh, my dead parents are there, and oh, my revenge is there, and now I gotta fight these ghostly apparitions of my trauma for a few minutes in like where the graphics are really ugly through this ugly filter because everything is just through the dreams in my fucking head or whatever. And it's like, man, it was so sick when the Scarecrow did it to Batman. Mm-hmm. It was revolutionary. It was so revolutionary that every game just fucking copies it. And guess what? Spider-Man 2 has like fucking like 40 sequences. It's crazy. Like Miles goes through it like twice, you know, because he has to go through it himself, and he has to like help someone out in their own mind palace. And then Peter has to go through it too. It's like, oh my god, Aunt May and like my responsibility, bending my power, blah 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 blah. It's like, dude, just fucking get over it, man. Like I know they're gonna overcome their trauma. Can we just like visualize this a little bit better? And it's not that fun. Like people always complain about the Mary Jane sections, but like I actually complain about the Mind Palace sections. Stop poisoning our superheroes so they get drugged up and they start tripping out on all this stuff. Like I'm over it.
Yeah.
But I will end on a positive note because I know that the Insomniac leak, and this was one of my biggest disappointments, and because of the leak, is that they were testing a more destructible New York City to fight across. But you can see elements of that in the game. It's too bad that they had to limit it to arenas. But every time you're in an arena or an office building, like I guess I just didn't really notice it before, but there's a lot of pretty good destruction going on in like the walls and like the environment within the arena itself. And it's just really, really too bad that they just couldn't figure out. And it feels like that's why the part of the game was rushed. It's because like they really try to make it happen across the open world, and they just couldn't do that. So Wolverine's not an open world game, and that's too bad about that. But hopefully for Spider-Man 3, that they'll figure it out though.
Yeah.
But the game itself just controls really well. There's so many different options, and again, to praise the story itself, there's some pretty cool moments that are just really, really surprising, and they're really like framed well. When Miles has to fight Spidey in the Venom suit, like that's a really like I feel like that's kind of like the emotional climax of the game itself, and this doesn't happen like late in the game. Like it just happens as you're going through, and it's a really cool moment. It's framed so well, and like the writing is good. You really start to feel the history of both these characters as they kind of have conflicting goals in mind, and here's another weird thing, man. people always it's become a whole meme about how Mary Jane is ugly in this game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they patched the game or not, but she looks way hotter this time. I don't know. Like I don't know. Like I swear to God, it felt like they patched the game to make her look hotter. Because as I'm playing, or maybe I'm just playing on the PC version, and everything's on ultra, and then like the ultra filter is like the pretty version, you know?
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, her face just changed from 1 to 2, I remember.
From 1 to 2, yeah. And 1, she was like a little bit rounder face and chubbier. She looks like really cute, right? She looks like a cute girl. And then 2, like they really slimmed her out and like they made her look a little bit more like the model version of the real life model. But people always joke that she looked ugly, and I'm like looking at my new one, and I'm like, actually, I think she looks pretty hot, actually. I actually kind of like looking at her all the time. And again, it might be because it was in ultra settings and the hair settings are on ultra and everything like that. But she looked pretty cool. I didn't even mind the Mary Jane sections as much because you just kind of run through them. So
who was the face model? Because I heard, I don't know if this is true or not, but like I think I heard on Twitter or something like that like she was based off of like one of the people, the development people, like
no,
their crush or something. Okay, that wasn't true.
That's a meme. Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, like some of the uglier versions of shots of Mary Jane, and I don't want to. I'm not calling this person ugly at all. She looks beautiful. She's a very attractive woman in real life. But it's like they're trying to compare her to like like when she looks normal. That's a much better word. When she looks like more average, and then compare her to this real woman, which is stupid. But the model herself is actually like an actual model. Like she models for like things. So that's what I'm saying. Average woman versus model who's done all the hair and makeup, who's like getting all his work done, versus like a girl that works on the dev team who's very attractive. But no, she's based off a model, and I think she looks great. So redemption for Mary Jane finally in Spider-Man 2.
I wish they kept Peter the same from the first game. I don't know why they changed his face completely.
Yeah. I still like the Spider-Man 1, like Yuri Lowenthal face. He looked a little bit more mature, and they're trying to make the Spider-Man feel a little bit more mature. Again, like the senpai, like mentor, disciple role, but except instead of Miss Marvel, it's Miles. Miles is kind of a big dork in this game. He's also a dumbass. Like he's a dumbass because like his biggest conflict in the whole fucking story, and this happens really early on, is that he needs to write his college entrance exam, and it's just like, oh, what motivates you as a person, and he can't fucking write it, dude. He can't go past the sentence, and it's like, dude, how dumb are you that you can't like write like a simple sentence of this is what I want to be when I grew up or whatever like that. Like he can't figure it out. It's crazy. He needs ChatGPT to write it, I guess.
Oh my god.
Most kids nowadays.
Yeah. Or he needs a Eevee from the Spider-Man movies, because Tom Holland's Spider-Man movies has that AI that just helps him out all the time. But it's like, dude, Miles, like step up your literacy, man. It's such a funny story. There's all these little quirks about it. It's like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Like, why are you like acting this way?
Yeah. Did you ever play through this BR?
I did, actually.
What'd you think?
Yeah, I mean, like, not to just like harp on what I'm sure a lot of people have already said about that particular game, but yeah, it was okay. Like the story was a little bit weirder in certain places. Like, I guess my main thing is that I felt like the relationship between like Peter and Mary Jane was kind of like sexless. It was like sauceless.
Yeah.
It was like I just did not feel that they had any chemistry whatsoever.
Oh my god, dude. The Coney Island section.
Yeah.
When they're on a date.
Yeah.
Yeah, great job. All right. Yeah. I'll beat you in this game.
Yeah. Talking like robots.
Yeah. It's like, this is not how people actually like act and like go out on a date or whatever. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Very
strange. Darth Gator wrote in and said, "Hello, SS Crew. I'm glad to see Gene is playing Spider-Man 2. I think it's a bit of an underrated game, but the criticisms of the game are actually pretty valid. There are a lot of forced interactions and dialogue that felt really unnecessary, and the story doesn't feel too great throughout. But the gameplay and animations really hold their own and make for an enjoyable experience. Love to hear Gene's thoughts on the game. Thanks for the hard work." There you go.
I think the boss battles are cool. I think the game, the thing about the game though is that, again, this is not a spoiler. This happens literally in the first minute of the game. It starts with too big of a boss fight. It's really, really cool, the fight with Sandman. I love the way it looks. I think everyone always glazes when Sandman throws Miles across the city and how fast that loads. I think that shit's awesome, man. That shit looks so fucking cool. And every time I still see it, I still marvel at how cool that scene is, and how cool it is to fight Sandman again. I always complain it sucks that Venom, there was no open Venom city fight, but there's a pretty solid open city Sandman fight there, and Sandman's when you punch him a couple times, he moves away from you, and he's climbing crawling his way through the city. That shit looks so fucking cool, man. But I wish they wrote a story. I know the story wouldn't work this way because Sandman is kind of the catalyst for a lot of the discovery. But I wish they wrote a story in which Sandman was just a little bit more of a climax than just the opener. Because every other fight after that, it doesn't feel as cool. Not even the Venom fight. Yeah, that's a great opener. The boss fight's really cool though. Craven himself is cool. I know I harp on Venom all the time, but the fight that is in the game is really cool too. Yeah. Oh, the Black Cat sequence. I love the Black Cat sequence.
I don't remember it.
Oh, you don't remember? It's the one where she gets Doctor Strange's mystical artifact, and she's like,
I played through the game when it came out, and I forgot everything about it mostly. Wow. It was one of those games where I beat, and I just I don't know, it didn't stay with me really at all. I remember a few beats, but for the most part, no, I don't remember much of the story.
Is that the one where she's on the rooftops and you have to follow her or something like that? Am I remembering that correctly?
Yeah, our listeners are so pussy about spoilers, so I want to describe it better.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But it does involve a chase, and the effects of it are very, very cool. And it just looks really cool, and it's reminiscent of the Ratchet and Clank games. I'll say that much. But Black Cat is awesome, and that's just a fun little story that happens in the middle of the game as well. There is a side quest that involves a cult of flame that has a surprise ending that I won't spoil. And the ending itself, the story itself is so cool. I wish they saved it for the fucking third game, I'm just it's cool that it has it in there, but sometimes you're just kind of blowing your load in this game. And this game already has so much going on that it's maybe you didn't need this many stories. And then sometimes the other stories aren't that great. There's another story that's really, really interesting about finding this mysterious person. And it seems really cool, and it just kind of ends, and it's just I wish there was a little bit more here too. And it's if it's just kind of ends, and it did it really need this? I don't know.
Yeah,
it was. It's a project that I know that they probably would love to do again.
Sure,
Spider-Man 2.
Sure, yeah.
And it's too bad that they couldn't. But for now, it is so cool to be able to watch a brand new day, have a good time, and then go home and then play the video game version of it, basically. But I just wish I can replace the tentacles with something else. That's all.
Replace his tentacles.
Sick.
Yeah, especially because it's white too, so it just he's it just looks gross, and you can change the color of it too to black, but it's it's just really non-immersive. So I just really run around as Black, the symbiote Spider-Man, anyways, because it's if I'm gonna have the tentacles, then I might as well just have the tentacles. So, and if I want to play as a classic Spider-Man, then it's Miles, and I like Miles's animation set better, anyways. I think he's got a lot of cooler punches and kicks, and his flips and swinging around. It just kind of looks cooler as Peter. But I do wish that they would mod or update Spider-Man 1 or Miles Morales with some of the features of Spider-Man 2 in there, because I mean, honestly, Spider-Man 1 is just a much, much better game and a much, much better story. Like, so much better story.
Yes.
Like, I actually think Spider-Man 1 as a story is better than every single MCU Tom Holland movie that we've had so far.
Yeah.
Like, I like the story that much better than all the other movies. And I'm not saying the Tom Holland movies are bad. I'm just saying Spider-Man 1 is that good as a Spider-Man story.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, dude, sick. All right, yeah, that's much more positive than I thought we were going to be.
It's a fun game, man. Like, yeah, there's a reason why it sold millions and millions of copies, and it's one of Sony's actual successes. On the PS5, because Insomniac still knocked out, not knocked out of the park, but they hit it. They hit the ball pretty well. So we'll see what Wolverine's like.
Yeah, soon. All right, let's move on to Sort It Out, where we just talk about something we're not too pleased with in the game industry. Could be anything, game company, whatever. Gene, anything off the top of your head?
I'll just give a light Sort It Out to the Netflix deal, just to keep it topical.
Oh, we have some write-ins for that, which is funny.
Oh, fine. Okay, maybe we can go to those. But
yeah, we could read these first, and we'll do ours then, because these are both about that thing. They're both the opposite take, which is funny.
That's great. Yeah.
Buster McMahon wrote and said, Sort Out Rockstar. GTA 6 might be the most anticipated game in years, but that doesn't give you the free pass for the nonsense surrounding this release. Putting the gameplay reveal behind a Netflix subscription is just the latest example of what feels like increasingly greedy and consumer hostile behavior. Add the controversy around how Rockstar treats its workers and its union busting activities, and this whole thing leaves a seriously sour taste. They know GTA 6 will sell regardless, and it feels like they're just testing how much they can get away with. Well, they've pushed me too far. I won't be buying it, and that's and that will make a difference. A real shame. What do you make of Rockstar's recent antics? And then the diddler comes in and says, Sort it out to all the people who are complaining about Netflix having a 6-hour exclusive window to the GTA 6 extended look. Specifically, the people pretending like they aren't going to buy the game because they have to wait 6 fucking hours to see a trailer. It's like, aren't you at work? Nothing better to do for 6 hours? It premieres prime time on YouTube. Rockstar has done this before. It shouldn't be behind a paywall. I guess you must be really mad at companies who hide their trailers behind the massive paywalls for events like D23, Comic-Con, etc. Why did I have to wait 2 months for the Doomsday trailer on YouTube? I'm excited for Doomsday, but Marvel is making it hard by not showing the screenshots and trailers about the movie that is 4 months out. Go touch grass for 6 hours. Diddle yourself. Do something to pass the time. After you watch the extended look, how will you move the goalpost next? Wow. Okay.
Wow, man.
Crazy.
People are upset about this.
Yes.
I'm certainly not that passionate about it. That's why I said light sorted out.
Same.
Right. Yeah. I don't want to be like, I'm never going to touch Grand Theft Auto 6. I mean, of course, like job-wise, of course I have to touch Grand Theft Auto 6, right? But even if I wasn't going to do it for my job, there's no way I'm not going to play Grand Theft Auto 6. I love Grand Theft Auto. I love the fucking Grand Theft Auto series. Like, I'm going to play Grand Theft Auto 6. 6 hours is not that long of a wait. That's not a big deal. I already have a Netflix subscription. There's no paywall for me there, right? And there's literally hundreds of millions of people subscribe to Netflix. It's probably the most successful subscription business online right now, right? That said, this is a slippery slope. Like the previous writer says, this is absolutely stretching. Like let's see how much we can play around with the current media the ecosystem right now to extract the most value as we possibly can out of not only like the customers, but also of other companies as well. Rockstar is getting paid by Netflix to do this. Netflix is that desperate, but also think about the slippery slope this has right now. If Netflix really does that, what if Netflix just starts hosting trailers of other games?
Yeah.
What if it's just not just Grand Theft Auto 6? Everyone's like, oh my God, Grand Theft Auto 6 is not just a game. This is a cultural event. But it's like, okay, well, Minecraft is bigger than Grand Theft Auto 5, right?
Yeah.
So what if Microsoft made the Minecraft 2 and they decided to put that behind some other fucking paywall or whatever like that,
Right.
It's not. This should not be like, hell yeah, like I think there should be some skepticism. I think the pushback is good. But also of course to say that this is some kind of outrageous thing. It's not. It doesn't personally affect like anyone. You can just goon for 6 hours and then boom, you're gonna get your trailer. But again, like it kind of speaks to the fucking stupidity of it. It's only exclusive for 6 hours, and like what was that for then? Really, Netflix? Like,
yeah, I don't know. GTA is just a whole different beast compared to everything else.
Yeah, but it's like I don't know why Netflix thought that doing this would be like. I hope they didn't spend too much money on this.
I'm sure they did.
I'm sure they spent tons of money on
this.
Yeah.
But I hope it's only like $1 million, as opposed to like tens of millions of dollars just to have a 6-hour exclusivity.
It's probably tens of millions.
Yeah, and I don't care about Netflix's like financials at all, right? But I'm just like, come on, man, like this sounds kind of stupid,
Yeah, I don't know.
And like everyone's dragging Jason Schreier because like, it's like they make it a cultural event, and it's like it could have been a cultural event on YouTube and Twitch. That's what it is. But it's like it almost feels like video games need the stamp of Netflix to make it feel like, oh, this is actually cool, and it's like Netflix fucking sucks itself too, Netflix is corny as fuck.
Didn't they do stuff in like Fortnite with movie trailers and stuff like that?
Well, they did with a Fortnite. God, again, it's a slippery slope, and that's why everyone rightly makes fun of it. Return of Revenge of Skywalker, or whatever.
The Rise of Skywalker. Okay.
Rise of fucking the stupid movie, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, my brain isn't working. I literally forgot Magneto was in Tokon, and now I'm forgetting the name of the fucking Star Wars movie I hate the most. Rise of Skywalker starts with The Dead Speak. And if you wanted to hear the dead speak, you had to play Fortnite.
That was it. Okay.
That was where Emperor Palpatine announced to the world that he is back and he's alive and he's threatening the Rebel Alliance or whatever the fuck they're called, the Resistance. I can't believe they're called the Resistance. Like during the time that it came out.
Yeah.
Come on, man. It's so fucking corny.
Didn't Fortnite?
But yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say, didn't Fortnite also do this thing? Maybe I'm misremembering this, but they did that thing of like MLK Jr. or something like that, and it was so fucked up. Yeah,
dude.
Yeah. I actually covered that. I went online and I got a lap dance from several Ariana Grandes in front of the
funny, dude.
MLK memorial. So
Fortnite's wild, man.
Yeah, I haven't played Fortnite in a long time.
Yeah, I think Sonic's coming to it.
To Fortnite. Have you played Fortnite, babe?
Yeah, actually, because I have the Xbox Game Pass, I just get all the free skins from it, and I just just load it into my account. Now I don't really play that often or anything like that, but I'm just like, man, where else are you going to see the craziest crossover known to mankind in one game? Like I just like it for the experience of like collecting the skins and playing with friends and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I don't play a ton of like shooters or anything like that. So
yeah, Fortnite's always crazy. Yeah, going to be doing Sonic. Looks like Gene, bunch of gaming stuff. Persona, insane video game.
Yeah. Persona Nikkei just announced their collab too.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The Persona girls are Nikkei. You can just play them as shooters. And thank goodness Nikkei had the wherewithal to understand that the Persona characters are teenagers. So they do not get the Nikkei treatment of flapping boobs and butt animations.
Right.
When they shoot, they just shoot like regular people, like how regular humans would bounce to a gun.
Right.
As opposed to the Kim Hyung-tae look of just flapping like it's crazy.
James Ketchum wrote and said, sorted out Ken Levine. We saw the reveal of Judas in a state of play on June 31st, 2024. If you check the PS blog on August 27th, 2025, so we're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of this post, Ken said, quote, we know, we've been silent for a while, so we thought, why not start releasing the devlogs? Through these, we hope to communicate more frequently. The goal is to keep this pretty lo-fi, meaning more frequent updates than before. End quote. Okay, Ken, this sounds like a great idea. Next post arrives on December 2nd, 2025. Okay, not bad. Since then, radio silence in 2026. So did Ken forget about these? Did the intern that was actually in charge of writing them get fired? Is the development of Judas dragging out in ways that no one can admit to. Ken, I'll ultimately be glad you took the time you did to make Judas up to your high standards, but in the meantime, you promised us more frequent updates. So on the eve of the 1-year anniversary of your promise, sort it out. Dude, yeah, Judas, we haven't heard about Judas in a long time. I don't know what's going on with that game, but you gotta do something. All right. Oh yeah, BR, us, sort it out. Anything for you this week? Anything you could think of that needs sorting?
I don't know if I have one specific for the game industry, but maybe something more specific to the FGC.
Oh, sure, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So let me think a second.
Oh.
Okay, I think I got one. Okay. So my sorted out is like, I think because like this past weekend I was at the FGC Coliseum event, and every time I come here it's like such a great time. I'm always reminded of like all the really cool creators that are out here and the people that are in the community. So I think my sorted out is not specifically like referring to those people, but it's just kind of like why it came to mind for me. So my sorted out is like FGC content creators making low effort content. You know, like it's one thing if you're doing it for fun. Like in the fighting game community, there's a lot of like commentary-less like combo trial videos or things like that, or just like things like tier lists or reaction videos, which is fine if you're just doing all of that for fun, right? But I see so many people on Twitter complaining like, man, why aren't I blowing up after doing this like one reaction video to this trailer? And like not like any of your content would interest people from outside of the FGC anyways. Right. So, and there's so many other video game like communities that are way ahead of us in terms of like making good content and just like getting new people into the genre. So I'm going to say that's my sorted out.
Okay. I like it. Very nice. Mine's kind of weird because this might be a first. It got addressed as we were doing this. So mine was going to be for Tokon with the servers, because I'm like, you just launched this game, you killed all the momentum on PC. That's not good.
Oh yeah.
But I just saw a tweet they put out that said servers are back online, reduce CPU load to help improve overall responsiveness and reduce lag input or related issues, fixed a bug that could cause sudden performance drops during gameplay, improve back-end crash reporting so we track down issues, and improve stability faster. So they're working on this fast. So I don't know. They answered it. We say sort it out, and they're like, okay, we'll do it. So there you go. Got to give them their props there.
Yeah. Who knows if it's completely sorted out, but
I'm sure it's going to take several patches, but they're on it. So I at least got to commend them on that.
Yeah. And also update to answer your question. It does not run on Steam Machine unless you dual boot Windows, which you can do on Steam Deck or Steam Machine.
It's so weird.
But it's like, to go through all that effort just to play Tokon on your machine.
Yeah, it's super weird. I don't know what that's about.
It's just Linux and anti-cheat. Like, you know, it's why you can't really play Fortnite on that shit either, you know?
One of my friends told me actually like Marvel like crashed his computer. Or sorry, Tokon crashed his computer. So so I guess like, I mean, I don't know why or what reason, but it seems like, there were some serious issues from that.
Man, PC gaming is such a trash fire, man. Like my Halo campaign Evolve, like I still get like I haven't played it in like a week and a half or something, but like a fucking week after the game launched, I still can't finish the game.
Yeah.
The game crashes in the last 2 levels. It just straight up just doesn't work.
I got soft lock on the very first like episode, very first mission. Like
weird.
On the PS5. So I was like, okay.
On PS5, yeah, see. Yeah. On PC, the people with 50 level cards can't play the last 2 levels, which is so annoying. It's like, I have like it's like you spend all this money on a good PC just to be locked out of the last 2 levels of 2001 Halo game, you know. Sort it out to fucking Halo Studios for real. Like, I like the campaign Evolve, man, but like this launch has definitely been botched, you know.
Sure. Yeah.
And the game feels pretty rushed too. Like, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it definitely.
So many games are just rushed or whatever. I don't know. Tokon doesn't feel rushed.
No.
Oh, well, I mean, the PC version does. That's true. Yeah.
Not as much as Halo, it seemed like. I don't know.
Not as much as Halo. Yeah.
They made a lot of adjustments to Tokon actually, because there are a lot of betas that they had previously, and with those betas, the gameplay actually of those was quite different. Like from what I've heard, I played like the very last beta, but from what I heard, like they fixed a lot of the issues with like the auto combo system, for example, with Tokon. So they took a lot of community feedback into consideration when they were creating this game. So seems like they were definitely trying to take their time with it, but obviously with these PC issues, like they probably should have taken more time with it. But
yeah, definitely. All right, let's do the exact opposite. Keep it up. Stuff we're pleased with in gaming right now. Gene, you pleased with anything?
No.
Nice.
He's trying to get out.
Yeah.
I don't know. Keep it up to Nintendo for being the only one releasing games right now. Honestly.
My God, I love Pokopia, dude.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to that.
That's right.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
Into it.
Splatoon Raiders is very addictive. I haven't played it in a couple days because I've been playing Tokon. But yeah, Nintendo's been great right now.
Yeah. Anything for you, BR?
You know what? I'm also going to say FGC content creators.
Okay.
There is a lot of, and I would not consider myself in this category, just saying. But there's so many really good content creators in the sphere. If you're trying to get into Tokon, right, and you want to know more information about the game or how to play, or even about like the history of like the Marvel Versus series, like not that this is a Versus game, but like the Marvel Versus series, I think there's so many really good content creators out there. They're doing really cool shit. So I guess the one that comes to mind immediately is like Maximilian.
Yeah.
He breaks things down in a very digestible way and gives you a ton of context into why certain things are happening. Thorgy's Arcade does really great deep dives and retrospectives into the history and development of different fighting game series. And then Guile Winquote does really great deep dives into like very niche fighting game topics, but still in a way that makes it like, even if you don't ever play this game or you've never heard this game, still really interesting to hear about. So
Guile Winquote is an amazing name.
Yeah. I mean, it's literally, Guile's Winquote when he.
I know, that's an amazing name.
Which is
kudos to that person.
It's very good. But yeah, he makes great content. So that's gonna be mine.
Nice. Mine is gonna be for a studio called House. And they made a Big Walk, which I'll talk about a little bit in the show. But I really enjoyed that game. And it just sold 1 million units. So congratulations to them for a small little indie game. Love to see it. They're the guys behind Untitled Goose Game as well. I'll get more into that game a little bit into the show. Let's see here.
Also, babe, you just did a charity stream, right? Do you want to talk about that for a second?
Oh, yeah, I could talk about it briefly.
I kind of want to hear about it. So, because I actually saw a little bit of your hosting on Willie's pop-off news reports.
Oh, yeah, he did a remote segment yesterday. Yeah, I'm actually still in like the house where we recorded that, so that's why it's not my normal background.
So yeah, you were telling me about the house. So Babe and I actually hang on in real life. Like I feel like out of anyone I've appeared on the podcast, I've actually hung out with Babe the most now at this point. But yeah, she was telling me about this great event that she was hosting this weekend.
Yeah, so I think I mentioned this already, but it was the FGC Coliseum. So and we were raising money essentially in conjunction with I guess the sponsorship was also by Red Bull, and we were raising money for their charity of choice, which is Wings for Life, which does spinal cord research. And really great cause. Basically, it's an excuse to bring like, I want to say like 10 or 15 or so like creators, commentators, people in the community into like one big house essentially. And we're just doing different antics to raise money for charity and get people to donate for a really great cause. We had like a bunch of auction items that we were doing, lots of like really just like fun activities, like doing charades and like a shuffler tournament where if you donate $10, it like shuffles to this random game. And we had the guy who was running that section, Jackson, he just like picked the most unhinged, like not even fighting game, just like crazy game, like crazy retro games. Like last year, he like threw chess in there, or like Donkey Kong Junior Math, where we were all like doing math, like versus math, which was crazy. But it went. All the money went to a really great cause. It was a really amazing event. But also it was like 12-hour days for like 3 days straight.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So I got Red Bull from the event, and I am chugging a Red Bull right now.
Yeah. Do what you got to do to get through it. All right, George Shannon wrote and said, "Keep it up, Xbox. The PC gaming app or Pass app has gotten noticeably better since the last time I used it, as my current playthrough of Beast and Reincarnation has really highlighted many improvements. Achievements now pop up in a way that resemble the experience on a regular Xbox. The UI is a bit cleaner, and I'm able to use the DualSense natively with Beast and Reincarnation, Halo Combat or Campaign Evolved, and hopefully the new Plague Tale game coming out later this month. At $14 a month, I think it's a great value, especially considering the positive changes. Got to give Green Team a keep it up, because Lord knows with the way things are going, it's going to be a while before we get the next one. For now, Xbox, this one is earned." That's good. Last time I used Game Pass on PC, the game just wouldn't launch, so it's been a while since I've used it. But that's great to hear they've improved it over time.
It has gotten better. I've actually been straight up using the PC Xbox app.
That's good.
Fairly regularly now.
Interesting.
So like for Xbox games, like a lot of Play Anywhere games, like again, like Starfield or Halo Campaign Evolved. Like I'm just like I'll play it on the Xbox PC app, and it's running pretty good on my Windows machine. So
nice, glad to hear it.
Yeah.
That's sick. I played Halo Campaign.
Finally, it only took them fucking like 15 years. Keep it up, I guess.
Yeah. What were you saying, BR?
Oh, no, I was just saying, like, the whole reason I decided to play Halo Campaign Evolved on the PS5 is just because I was like, this is a funny situation.
Oh, the novelty?
I just want to try it. Yeah, the novelty.
Of course. Yeah, absolutely.
I actually refuse.
You couldn't do it. He's too much of a purist.
Yeah. I'm just going to be a stubborn bitch about it and just be like, no, I refuse to see the square button as reload on my screen for Halo. I think that makes no sense. And it's not going to happen anymore, right? So... it's just a short-lived dream for PlayStation players to play Halo. But if you want the rest,
it happened.
Get on a get the rest of Master Chief Collection or whatever.
Yep. All right, let me do a quick game recommendation from the audience for the audience. Pretty much Satan Run said, "Hello, one and all. I have a possibly out of left field game recommendation this week. I was craving a good old original Metroidvania a few weeks ago, so I blasted my ass through Blasphemous 1 and 2. They're both phenomenal. The art direction, based on Spanish Catholicism, is gross, beautiful, and extremely original. Blasphemous 2 specifically embraces more of the traditional Metroidvania genre conventions. Both games offer great exploration, world building, and combat mechanics that are worth your time if you're looking for something unique but familiar. Thank you for delivering the goods this week in, week out." I endorse this statement. I've played through both these games. They are very good games. Very good. So I'd recommend them as well if you like Metroidvanias. Have you played these, Gene?
I try to play. I have Blasphemous 1 because I was really interested in it, especially after their Ninja Gaiden game, which was like straight up just one of my games of the year last year. I was just like I think me and Colin were probably like the biggest lovers of that game. It's like, oh my god, dude! It's like, I think for me it's like a perfect game. So I was like, oh, I just missed out on Blasphemous. It always looked kind of interesting to me, but I just wasn't. Again, we've talked about it before. Sometimes I'm just not in the mood for a fucking Metroidvania, right?
Yeah.
And I tried it, and I was like, turns out I'm not in the mood for Metroidvania yet. The controls feel pretty good, but I'm just not in the mood for it yet. But it is on the backlog for sure. I wouldn't mind checking it out. So thanks for the reminder. I do like the Spanish Catholic look of it.
Yeah,
it looks great, and the developer's great. So I'm excited to try it out someday.
The art design looks crazy. I've never heard of this game before, but like,
I'm
looking at it, I'm like, whoa, this is.
It looks cool. Yeah, it's got some cool kill animations for sure. Yeah, it's a cool game. I just haven't tried it yet.
They're good games, definitely. All right, I'm gonna talk about Big Walk really quick. I don't know if you guys seen Big Walk at all. Do you know what it is?
I have seen it.
Okay.
Is
I don't know what it is though. So
20-person like a party game or something.
Yeah,
like that?
It's like you are these little weird shaped guys, like these round little boys, like I don't know what they are, little like Muppet things. And you're on this island and you're basically walking around with people and solving puzzles. That's the entire game. It is 2 to, I think, like 12 players. So the game scales, I believe, depending on how many players you have. I played it with 5, then mostly 4 the entire way. And man, this is one of my favorite games I've played this year. It is so incredibly, how do I describe it? Fun is like a very generic word for it, but it's so creative. It like really intrigued me. So I heard people kind of describe it as like multiplayer Myst, and I never really played Myst before. Gina, I'm sure you know about Myst and all that kind of stuff, but like the whole game is just you are solving puzzles. You're on this island wandering around with other people. You're solving puzzles. There's no enemies. There's nothing trying to kill you like that. So it's very chill in that sense. But there's some dread to it, I would say, because you're on this island and it gets dark. And when you're going around exploring, there's mountains, you can get separated. I got separated from the group before for like 10 minutes, and I'm just like completely lost, hopeless. But it's really great because so much of the game is about communication as well, because you are these little guys. So you can, of course, have proximity chat, which if you play this game, if you like play a game on Discord with your friends, use the proximity chat. Don't use Discord, because it is so much funnier when like you go up to someone and talk to them. If you're too far, you can't hear each other. When people get separated, it's a big part. And that ties into a lot of the puzzle mechanics as well. But basically, it's about communicating. You can do a few things like gestures, like you can like raise your arm or put them up and wave and stuff like that. But you can't like emote necessarily for a bunch of stuff. But a lot of it is the solving the puzzles part that this comes into. So some of the basic puzzles are like, hey, maybe like half of your group, one group's in one room, one group's in another room. There's symbols on a wall, and the other group has to match it up. So you need to kind of communicate with each other somehow, like trying to make gestures at each other because you can't hear each other and stuff like this. Solve a puzzle. There was one where we put like a bucket on someone's head so they couldn't see, but they had to go through an obstacle course. So people around them had to kind of like tell them where to go, or else they'd fall down like a cliff and stuff like that. And stuff gets really crazy later on where you really got to be like synced up as a group to solve stuff, I will say. But there's a lot of like puzzles, but I think there was only one puzzle we got to where we were like, we can't really figure this out. I think we had to look one up out of all of them. And there's a ton of puzzles on the island. You don't have to solve them all to get it done or anything like that, but we actually beat the game, but now we're going back to it to 100% everything just because we were having so much fun solving everything.
So it's beatable. Okay.
Yeah, it's beatable. There's a story, there's like an ending and all that kind of stuff.
Holy shit.
What's funny about it is a lot of the stuff you have like tools, you can get like walkie-talkies with each other, but you know, if you have the walkie-talkie, you can only hold it. Like you could find stuff to help you carry stuff like a little backpack, but someone has to put it on you. So you have to work together and all that kind of stuff. There's funny, goofy things like a flare gun. If you get lost, you can like shoot up a flare, and we've actually done that. We're like, oh, they're there, they're over there. Okay, now we know where they are. But as you progress, you can unlock stuff like a train on the island that you can use to kind of get around it. It is such a fun, like if you have a group of friends you play games with, I highly recommend checking this game out. If you have PS Plus as well, it's free on it, so it's a pretty good deal. I played it on Steam and it works completely fine. $15, dude. It's actually, yeah, it's $15 right now. It's on sale.
$50. Yeah.
So if you got friends to play a game with, you like co-op games together, please check this game out. It's so good. Some of the puzzles are so fun. I don't want to spoil any of them because like I feel like that's such a big part of the game. So just, dude, trust me, play this. If you have someone to play a game with and you like solving puzzles together, it's such a fun social game. Please check it out. It's really good.
I just saw what it looks like, more of the screenshots and how some of these puzzles look like. I am really, really interested. I think this shit looks fucking fun as fuck. Dude.
It is. It's super good.
I love the art. First of all, I love the art style, just the way it looks.
Yeah.
But the way the world looks, I was like, oh wait, you saw puzzles in that world? That's cool. I'm really interested.
Yeah, there's so many little moments that are just like.
Is there a way you can play it without friends, or you can just play your solo, but with other people? I know you can't play it solo. That doesn't.
But like
sounds
with
impossible.
like randoms online,
but
I don't really
with
know.
randos, yeah. Could you just play with rando chats?
I'm not sure. I haven't checked. I doubt it, but maybe. But yeah, I think you can play with the littlest 2 people. So
okay, yeah, the art style I was gonna say reminds me like it's almost like realistic, but then like the characters themselves are so cartoonish.
Yes,
I love
almost
that.
reminds me a little bit of like, for lack of a better word, like a Pikmin style. In a
yeah,
way.
exactly. That's what I was thinking when I was
So
running
It's
around
so
with little
cool.
Pikmin
Yeah,
guys.
it looks really good. Yeah, and it's made by House, the
Yeah.
Untitled Goose Game guys. So it's like, okay, well, they're brilliant. So
yeah, this game, it rules, man. I love this game.
Mhm.
It's so good. Please check it out if you have people to play with.
I keep hearing about it, and I was like, oh, it looks like a friend swap game, but it's like,
It's
but
like,
the way you just
it's like when you think of friend swap, you think of like low budget indie multiplayer games that are just kind of
this doesn't
maybe
look low
not
budget.
super in depth or
Yeah.
whatever, but this game is very in depth.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
very
yeah.
playful and friendly in a lot of ways, but the puzzles are so well balanced where you have to think about it, but it's never got to the point I feel like where you're banging your head against the wall, something like that. I haven't gotten to that point yet. Never. I can't say anything. I can't say stuff later on, especially because you got to figure that out for yourself. It's so fun though.
Would the game?
If it's on sale, I might get it.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, would the game work if you were like next to each other? Like if me and Gene were playing next to each other, would it work?
Yeah,
'Cause you said proximity chat, right?
I think it's better if you're not in the same room together. And if you play proximity chat, like I don't think you should play the game on a Discord call where you can talk, where no matter where you're at, you can constantly talk to each other. I think it's better if you play by the rules of the game. It makes it way more enjoyable. Because, like I said, some of the puzzles is like you can't talk to each other. You have to like give each other visual cues and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, if it's the only way you're gonna play, you know, it is what it is. But
No. I can just go to like another room in Babe's house or whatever, and we can just play it that way.
Play proximity chat.
Yeah.
Do it that way.
I just bought it. It's on sale, so might as well just get it now.
Oh yeah, how much?
$15.
Oh, okay, that's a sale price. Got it.
Yeah. Usually 20, but man, it's good. It's so damn good. I love that game.
It's only 3 gigs too. Oh, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll download it when we're offline.
Super funny, really great game.
I'm excited to check it out. Yeah,
I'll check it out. Yeah.
All right, BR. Let's talk about Pokemon Pokopia. The DLC, did that come out? It did, right?
It is out. The first wave.
The first wave. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I played quite a bit of the game. I haven't finished it yet, but I did like it a lot. That was really good.
Yeah, I like the fact that it's in my opinion, a better version of Animal Crossing because I love Animal Crossing. Like, I played the original on the GameCube, but it's like you get all of the cool building and crafting aspects that Animal Crossing's trying to hit, but then you don't have the. This is just my opinion, but you don't have the burden of like having to try to like talk to your villagers. Like you could just craft. You can just do what you want in the world. You don't have to bother with like having to talk to this villager and return this lost item to them or that lost item to them. Yeah, I think it's an extremely addictive game. That and the new DLC that they added, the underwater DLC, is a really cool world. I don't know if you got a chance to play it at all.
No, I haven't played. I've seen it though, so I have an idea what you're talking about. It looks, I was like, oh, that's a really cool idea, actually.
Yeah, they have a bunch of like new structures and environments that you can build into the game now. So it's like, I don't think this is a spoiler. There's like these like it's a Pokopia game,
yeah,
or like a Dragon Quest building-esque game. But like they have like these like Chinese like style buildings that you can build. You know the kind of like the temples or whatever, like with the pagoda. It's like and they're like underwater and they're like half submerged and half emerged out of the water. So it's like it is an underwater area that they added, but they also did add like above water, like some island and lands up there that you can explore as well. And so like the dichotomy of having it like both above land and under land is really cool. I know that they added a few quality of life adjustments, like you can add a whole stack of items from like your inventory into the box. But I mean, the inventory management system in that game is like kind of trash. It's kind of trash. That's my main criticism. But otherwise, very fun update. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they're going so slow with the updates. But I mean, obviously these things take a while. But I think like the third update or whatever, it's not happening for like another year. I'll be a different person.
Yeah. I know. I was thinking about that as well. And I'm at like this weird point with this game where I'm like, I want to play it more, but I'm like, do I want to wait for all the DLC to be out? Right. But then I'm like, will I ever get to it? Or will it just be, well, I forget about the game? I don't really know. But I actually think this is a really cool addition, like swimming around and stuff like that. I forget there's like multiplayer in this game. I never did that.
I don't think I've ever done the multiplayer.
Yeah, it's like they showed like 4 of the little Ditto kids swimming around. That's cool. I do like that. Gene, I forgot you played this a little bit, didn't you?
Not really. I literally just started it with a tutorial, and as soon as it got to crafting, I was like, I'm not playing this right now.
Can't do it. Yeah,
I'm not playing this right now. It's the you know I talked a bit Babe about this. Like the whole reason why I love Tomodachi Life so much is because it has zero crafting. There's no gathering of materials to update anything. Yeah, Tomodachi Life has way less stuff than Animal Crossing and Pokopia. And part of the reason why I want to play Pokopia right now is because it is Dragon Quest Builders, the game. And I just finished Dragon Quest Builders last year, and that's a hard game to just play through and dedicate to. So it's like I'm just not ready to for another one. So I have the game, and I'm excited to try it someday, but just not right now. So
yeah. I'm assuming they added
and Nintendo's so slow with updates. So like, hey, I might be that person where like by the time they're done with updates for 2-3 years later, I'll be like, all right, I'll play it now. But yeah, I mean, Tomodachi Life updates are so like almost non-existent. Animal Crossing took forever to update too. Like that's like the one thing about Nintendo is that there's not like a really good live service type of company.
No, we still haven't got Mario Kart DLC.
Still haven't got Mario Kart DLC. It's only Smash where they were the most consistent.
Sakurai, we know how he operates.
Yeah.
Sakurai bleeding himself dry to do it as opposed to anyone else.
Is the weekend
Sakurai is like, no, I will go into the Shang Tsung Soul machine and sacrifice my soul to create bagger DLC every few months. It was crazy.
Yeah. I mean, this just looks like if you like Pokopia already, you're gonna be down for this. I'm really curious what they'll do next, though, because this is more of a departure than I thought it would be. But hard for me to say because I haven't finished the game. I know there's like a whole lot of like other stuff I haven't interacted with. One thing I did like about Pokopia was there was like a sense or an emphasis on exploration. You like kind of like set out from your village and go exploring more and unlock stuff as you progress. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, how it's like locked to different skills and stuff like that, and you can't go to one area unless you unlock this skill and that, and then you have to sometimes like eat food in order to do certain tasks, which requires you to actually build like the utensils and like the stove to build something. So yeah, I like that sense of progression that they have you in.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the game a lot. So like with Tomodachi Life, it's a game that's like it's easy to pick up and like easy to put down, right? But I feel like with Pokopia, like it does require like a huge time investment because like you really have to spend a lot of time exploring and building stuff and gathering materials. But then once you're in, like you're locked in.
Yeah, it's a cool game. Great game.
Yeah, Dragon Quest Builders asks you to leave and go explore too.
Yeah,
so
it's the same devs, I think. Honestly.
Oh, okay.
It's the same devs. Devs.
Okay, I didn't know
that makes sense. Yeah, cool game, man. Yeah, and I really enjoyed actually seeing my Pokemon evolve in that game too, as well. I got to get my Blastoise, got to get my Snorlax, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean that's why it seems so attractive because you're actually doing shit with Pokemon other than battling, right? And that's the whole reason why I like Power World in the first place because it's like, oh, I created this fort and now all my pals are just like doing shit like growing flowers or building weapons. So I've been kind of wanting to go into Power World because
it's 1.0 now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's actually out. All right, let's wrap up the show with some write-ins from the audience. First one here, our boy Radic wrote in. He said, I just had to write in this week knowing that the GOATs of Maryland are on. Due to Baberuthless' expertise in the fighting game genre, I wanted to list a few dead fighting game franchises and have the crew go through each and discuss how likely they are for a comeback. This is such a Radic question. Number 1, Bushido Blade from Square Enix. How likely is that to come back?
I'd give it like a close to 0%
yeah,
chance.
I think that's maybe the most likely or unlikely one out of everything on this list.
I think Square owns the IP, and I don't think they remember they own it. I think the closest that we're gonna get is maybe like an indie game having like a spiritual successor to that game, where they do something similar, but it's not happening. As much as I would love for that to happen. That was actually one of the games that we play at the Coliseum event.
Yeah,
and
really?
when I go to MagFest every year, like a few years ago, they had like an actual Bushido Blade tournament.
That's
and one of the
cool.
things we do there is we get all of our friends, like 20, like it's like 20 max sign up or something like that. We get all of our whole crew to just go in and sign up, and we have one huge Bushido Blade tournament. It's sick. That game's a ton of fun.
Yeah, it was cool. I think the last one was 2.
Yes.
Which was like a PS1 game as well. So yeah, it's been a long time, sadly. Dissidia, I feel like has a much higher chance of coming back. Well, it did. There's a mobile game version of it now.
Mhm.
But as like a console game, I don't know. I'm not really sure.
I think they would definitely need to rework the gameplay of it. I think the latest game, so I think there's like the first 2 Dissidia games, there's the mobile game, and then there's NT, which they changed the combat to be significantly more shallow and kind of, I think, like a team sort of like.
Yeah, it was like 3v3, I think.
Yeah, and that game absolutely bombed. They bombed. People did not like that game. So yeah, I feel like if it were to come back in some way, they would have to rework it. Like maybe get maybe get Arxis to do it, right?
Yeah.
Like get another developer to do it, but I don't think it's likely.
I feel like if you're gonna give that game to like Arc System Works, just make a 2D fighter, man, for Final Fantasy characters.
I mean, Tifa and Tekken, or Tifa and Fighter. I said Tekken.
yeah, that's what everyone thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I'd give that like a. I mean, I guess it did come back, but like a proper one coming back, I'm gonna give that like a 4 out of 10, likely. Oh boy, here we go. Darkstalkers.
Oh, never. Less likely than Bushido Blade, probably at this point. Honestly,
feels like we did get a collection, at least. I guess
we did get the collection, which is nice.
I think any game that doesn't have like a versus in the title right now, or it's not Street Fighter, Capcom's not gonna spend time in making a new game like that right now. As much as I would love, I would love for them to make a new Darkstalkers, bring back Rival Schools. Oh my god, like there's so many really good games that they could bring back. But I just think, right now they're not interested in any other like IP besides probably like Street Fighter, because it's making them so much money in Japan right now. So they could show up as like costumes or like little stickers or something like that. But otherwise, I'm like, I don't see it coming.
Because like Street Fighter had Akira from Rival Schools, right?
Yes, Street Fighter 5.
They've never had a Darkstalkers character, have they? In Street Fighter,
they had the skins,
the skins, but they haven't had like an actual character. Like we haven't had like Morgan actually, as far as I remember. So
man, if I finally update Morgan.
So yeah, I mean it's
give one of the characters Felicia's outfit, you know.
Oh yeah, do Midnight Bliss versions of the whole cast where they're all like sexy girl versions of themselves. That'd be crazy.
I feel like Darkstalkers is more well known than Rival Schools.
Yes,
it sure is.
But
no one knows about fucking Rival Schools. Babe Braddock and I had a really good time playing Project Justice when I was over at her house.
Yeah, so Darkstalkers coming back, dude. Like a full-on fighting game from Capcom.
I feel like that's never gonna happen. Yeah,
I mean, they only do Street Fighter now.
Yeah, it's just Street Fighter. Street Fighter is it's always been only Street Fighter. Let's be real. Like they spent a lot of time and money making all these other fucking fighting games. And it's
Street Fighter's always been the money maker. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they at least made other fighting games before, but now they don't. So
the like CVS and and stuff like that. Or SVC, CVS. Oh my god, I'm getting it stuck in my head. But one of those games.
They made Red Earth. That was them, right?
Yes, Red Earth. That's like it is a fighting game, but then you like level up.
Yeah,
really interesting.
Hey, I missed the Street Fighter EX series, the 3D series.
That's a really good series.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Skullmania, you know?
Yeah, Skullmania, my boy.
Yeah, I love Skullmania. He was my boy too. I forgot every other character. I know Sakura was in there too, but every other character I forget. But I missed that series. It felt good. It was a good. It was a good fun 3D fighting game series.
It is. I think
it was crunchier than Virtua Fighter and Tekken. So.
Yeah,
for sure.
Bloody Roar.
Oh God, please.
I don't feel like Konami remembers they own this IP.
Yeah, Konami's such a weird company. They have been doing remasters, but Bloody Roar's been a long time as well.
It's been a long time.
They're so weird as a company. Yeah.
Yeah, they had that a Smash clone with like Optimus Prime, and there was Yugo, like the wolf guy that was in that, I think. It's like really random. Yeah, but maybe if they have like an outside team that really wants to take that on, but they're not going to do it themselves. So
no, yeah, they don't really do that.
Konami barely does anything by themselves.
Yeah, they have other people do it usually.
That's fair.
Yeah, last game was 2003. Bloody Roar 4.
Who did Delta? Metal Gear Solid.
Who did Delta? I don't remember who did that, actually. That's a good question. Now I'm going to have to... I can't look it up. I'm posting.
That's fair. It's fair.
I'll look at... but I'm curious definitely now. Maybe I'll look at it later.
Here, I can look it up.
Okay. Let's move on. Okay, so Bloody Roar, pretty low as well. Sadly, a lot of these seem pretty low. I'm gonna give that like a 3. I think Darkstalkers has a better chance of Bloody Roar right now.
I mean, this is Radic asking. Like Radic is the king of knowing ball for shit that will never get released. Of course,
that's true. He does know. Yeah, it is.
Of course, Killzone being the top spot. But Radic and I always bemoan the lack of Infamous too. So
Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur needs to come back.
It does. What was the last one? 6? Yeah.
Definitely the highest chance, but yeah, Soul Calibur 6, but it's been a while. When did Soul Calibur 6 come out?
Would have said it was pretty high, but then Harada left Namco.
Yes.
So now I think it's a lot lower. Like maybe he left because that game got canceled, or it could have been also over disagreements with Tekken 8. I mean, no one would know otherwise, but I feel like it's 50-50 maybe, but I don't think it'll be on this console gen. It'll be the next one.
Yeah. It's been 8 years since Soul Calibur 6, so damn.
Long time. Oh my god, 2B! 2B's so cool. The fact that she's in that game, Soul Calibur 6.
Yeah. Soul Calibur. I miss Soul Calibur. I always loved those games. All right. A Star Wars fighting game. I mean, we had Masters of Terrakasi on PS1, which was not good.
It's jank.
I love that Terrakasi was referenced in the Han Solo movie.
Yeah, the fighting style.
Yeah, I was the one person who popped off in the theater. I was like, oh my god, it's fucking canon!
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I think there was like a Wii platform starfighter or a Star Wars fighting game.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. Yeah.
I'm like, maybe I don't know. Maybe I could see something coming down. Maybe like a 1v1 2D game or another platform fighter. Possible.
Yeah, I think it's possible. Yeah, the game you're talking about, the Clone Wars lightsaber duels.
Okay. I did not remember the name.
There it is. I'll give that like a 6, I guess. I don't know. I'm guessing it happened.
5 or 6, maybe.
5 or 6, yeah.
50-50.
All right, Annie said, thanks and shout out to Baberuthless for being a fellow Heihachi fan.
Heihachi's cool.
Yeah, Heihachi's cool. Yeah, Heihachi is cool.
Oh, well. Okay, I'm not going to give any spoilers. Never mind. I'm not going to say that.
Okay. Beast Mode Luke wrote in, said, what's cracking, Summoners? First time, long time. Stoked to see Baberuthless on. And in the spirit of her channel, what's your guys' favorite and least favorite guest fighting game characters? Or guest characters in gaming? Can also just be fighters if that's easier. Thanks for your time and keep up the great work. Best and worst. Favorite and least favorite. I always think of like at the time Lincoln Soul Calibur was humongous when that happened. Yeah. That's definitely one of the biggest. Worst. Heihachi and Soul Calibur as well, maybe, or just like, all right.
So funny you say that because Radic, I think I don't remember exactly what he said, but Radic was literally like, "Oh yeah, Heihachi in Soul Calibur was like my goat, you know.
Yeah.
That's why I love him in like PS All Stars and all these other games down the line. You know, that's why he like mains Heihachi or whatever. Yeah, it's so funny you say that.
Yeah, it's like it's just I guess at the time it's just like not nearly as close or not nearly as like a big deal. It's like, okay, well, it's another Namco fighting game character in your game, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Then on the other hand, we have Link, a Nintendo character, and that was way crazier.
Yeah, or even compared to Spawn.
Yeah, or Spawn, yeah, as well. Definitely. Man, the crazy times, the collabs, man. Vader, Luke, or Vader and Yoda for different consoles. That was so funny.
That was crazy.
What about you guys? Favorite, least favorite?
Favorites? God. Okay, I'm gonna name a couple because I don't think I can narrow it down to just one. But I really like Lucy in Guilty Gear Strive. She's really great from Cyberpunk. I think she executed really well. She plays really uniquely. There's not a lot of not a ton of things to go off of like her kit in the actual show itself. But I think they did a really smart job like translating her into the actual game where she can actually like hack the opponent character and like kind of add buffs to herself or debuff the other character. I think it was just like executionally like a really interesting character. Smash, I like seeing Kazuya and Snake in those games. Kazuya just because he's like Kazuya. Snake, I just think it's like when he first showed up in Smash Bros. Like, and he was like the first ever like whatever third party character. I think that just like blew my mind. And then I already said it, but 2B in Soul Calibur 6.
Yeah, 2B, of course.
Really cool pick. And then worst? Oh, okay. City of the Wolves, the new Fatal Fury game. They have real life people in that
game.
I
forgot about that. Yeah.
Like Ronaldo, the soccer player. And I'm just
that might be the worst one.
I'm like,
that might just be the worst one.
That's so weird.
Sorry. They like put as nice as the guy is, like they put in like a guy named like Salvatore Ganacci. He's like a DJ into that game. And apparently like it's really funny. I was at Evo Japan and they were like, they brought him onto the stage or whatever where they're talking about the game, and they brought a Hotaru cosplayer like right next to him and like, just to be like, oh wow, cool people, we have cool people, look up what's on stage right now. And I looked up the Hotaru cosplayer. She had like millions of follows on Twitter. And then I looked at like Salvatore Ganacci and he had like, he's like he's a pretty good following, but like the cosplayer girl was so much bigger, and then she's not in the game, so I'm like,
cosplay girl.
I don't even know. She was like a famous Japanese cosplayer, but
I want to look her up.
she's very, very cute. She had like a very like cute sort of face, super pretty. But and she looked great. But I was like, why not the Hotaru cosplayer compared to like this random DJ guy? And then Ronaldo is like, that's on me for not knowing who he is because like he's a huge soccer star. But I don't know, man. I don't think he even knows he's in this game.
Yeah, definitely.
For real.
What about you, Gene? Anything?
Worst character, I think, at least for me playing, I really hated the way Darth Vader played in Soul Calibur 2. Like, especially compared to like fucking how good Yoda and Link were. Like Link was so fucking amazing, but Yoda was so fun, and Darth Vader was so slow. I feel like they didn't really do anything interesting with his kit. It was just really weird.
I think
for some reason it just stuck with me. Best character, I'm gonna pull a deep cut. Best guest character: Cloud, Yuffie, Tifa, and Sephiroth in Ehrgeiz.
Ehrgeiz, that's crazy.
Ehrgeiz, God of the Ring or whatever. Yeah.
Dude,
PS1 fighting game, yeah.
We were literally playing that game yesterday.
And you were playing it yesterday?
Yeah, for the Coliseum event. And just literally and Bushido Blade. Funny enough. But literally like it's just like every time you hear the menus like like every time you like click to the next like whatever tab or whatever it is. That would be really interesting. Like, let's take some of Tifa's kit and Ehrgeiz and put it into Street Fighter 6.
Yep.
See what happens.
Almost happened. But
no, those are really good picks.
Yeah. All right. Guy who unironically wears big dog shirts wrote and said, "What's good, Summoners? Longtime listener, first time writing in. Hearing that Baberuthless was going to be on LSM was a crossover I couldn't pass up. Question for everyone. What's your personal favorite fighting game stage? I always felt that stages were the most underrated part of the genre, but to me, it sets the game's aesthetic tone in the best way. My favorite stage is Moonlight Wilderness in Tekken 5. The light of the moon and the chorus just hits too perfectly. Thanks for everything you guys do, and I hope BR's next 4-hour video drops soon."
I know mine actually. I've already talked about it before.
Okay.
So in one of the collaboration videos that I did, where I asked all the people from the FGC or outside the FGC to come in and talk about their favorite stage, I mentioned I also had an entry in that video. So mine's have you guys ever played CVS1, Capcom versus SNK1?
Mm-hmm.
That game stages. So 2 is actually played a lot competitively. People still play that game competitively to this day. But CVS1, even though people don't play it like that, fantastic game. The stages in that game are so
Beautiful.
Crazy, beautiful. Yeah, they have the one that where you're fighting inside and outside of a Japanese arcade. And there's one where there's a cutscene that plays, and there's a car crash. And then you're literally fighting in front of the wreckage of the car crash with the flames in the background. There's one where there's you're in a grungy city alleyway, and your shadows are projected on the wall behind you.
Oh fuck, dude!
They're so good, man. But my favorite stage is actually it's I want to say it's a Kuma stage from that game, where it's green and it plays his theme song or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's just a really serene stage. I couldn't even tell you why exactly I like that one. It's a green and there's water in the background. It just feels like this old forgotten temple that's been lost to time. And so that one's my favorite actually. It's very
it's
cool.
good. Yeah, it's good. I'm looking it up right now. Gene, what about you?
Gosh, yeah, I feel like those are great. God, I'm trying to remember Virtua Fighter stages, because I feel like I loved a lot of the Virtua Fighter 2 stages. I really love the Drunken Fighter stage. It's on a boat.
Oh yes, I think I remember that one. And
it's on a boat, and then you drift under bridges and stuff like that.
Yes,
I just
and
thought
you
that
can
was so
knock
cool.
them off, right? I want to say, that one's
yeah, and then the boat is always the boat is swaying, so it's a kind of an uneven plane. I just thought that was the coolest effect back in the day, and we just don't see a lot of that right there.
Yeah.
I also love Tokon stages too. I feel like that there's a lot of front runners in there. I also love that there's transitions, like you blow through walls. Babe, do you know how people feel about that? The stage transitions where you blow through walls.
This is just based off Twitter discourse, so keep it with a grain of salt. But I think a lot of people. Okay, I think it's really cool seeing the different areas because you're getting multiple stages in one. But from a gameplay perspective, I heard people aren't a huge fan of that.
Yeah, I get that it stops the fight, just interrupts it. But I personally think it's cool. I always loved it in Mortal Kombat 3 whenever you do an uppercut and you blow people up into the roof.
It's so cool.
Dead or Alive is the king of this too.
Explosions everywhere.
yeah, you're just fly off a skyscraper or stuff like that. I love that. So I love that Tokon includes this as well. Part of the reason why I love Tokon. Oh, there is one thing about Tokon that I think is weird. The grab moves, when you try to grab to the opposite direction, there seems to be no separate animation for that. It's just it just switches from left to right right away, as if it's the same move.
Oh, really?
And it's even Street Fighter 2 has that, where Ryu will toss somebody behind if you press back and throw, and that doesn't seem to happen in Tokon, at least from what I played. I don't know.
Huh. I can't remember actually. I know what you're talking about. Ryu, he does a little roll and he pushes you onto the other side, right?
Yeah. Just a back throw. A lot of Mortal Kombat has a ton of that. Two different throws, but whether you're pressing back or forward.
That's pretty standard. That seems weird if they didn't. If that was an oversight, that's a really huge oversight.
Yeah, and I think for Tokon, at least from the characters I played, every time I try to throw them into the other side, it just flips the animation to left to right.
Yeah, I don't think I paid attention.
That's kind of whack. Shocking animation. But I don't know. Again, I haven't played it that much. I've only played like 4 characters. So
for me, I think when I think about like a fighting game stage, I always think of Cammy stage from, I think it's Super Street Fighter 2.
It's a classic.
Yeah, that's definitely one of my favorites. And I was looking at, I'm like, oh yeah, Third Strike ones. And I remember I liked Remy's stage a lot. It's like this club outside in like France, which is really sick. I saw the Akuma one you were talking about. That one rules as well. Also Dudley's stage I always really liked a lot too.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, Dudley is always
sick.
Has great stages.
I need like the MVC games, yeah, like you were saying earlier. Like 2, I remember like the inflatable clown one in the background. That one was super fun.
that one's infamous in the community.
Yeah. It's a great one. All right, final write in here. Snoot Longbottom wrote and said, "Hello, question for Baberuthless. What are your thoughts on the recent release of the Avatar fighting game? I know it's not a big AAA fighting game compared to Tokon, but I feel like this game has a certain sauce that Tokon just can't match despite the game's rough edges. Big fan of the show and love BR's deep dives into the genre."
Oh, I appreciate it, Snoot. Thank you. I think... okay, so obviously you have Tokon and Avatar kind of coming out in like very similar time frames. So actually a lot of people have like in the community have been comparing the two to each other. I think for $30, which is like honestly like so cheap nowadays.
Yeah.
For $30, that game has a lot of sauce. The gameplay is super unique, very, very well done. They have a whole different mechanic to the game called flow, which is really interesting. And every character plays so uniquely in that game. And then each character has like different versions or variations of themselves. So there's that play honestly completely different in themselves. So I think that game from a like, does this game feel fun point of view is really great. That being said, it is definitely rough around the edges. Like in the single player mode, a lot of times, like if they forgot to like voice a certain character, there's just like no voice line for that character. Like the voice line just like cuts off. Or if like Ozai, for example, so Fire Lord Ozai, he's a character in the game, and you can just tell that like when he moves, they like didn't have time to complete all of the animations for him, so he just kind of looks like a PNG that like flips over. He's like going back and forth, kind of like that. That being said, they have been fixing a lot of these issues. They're very actively addressing these issues, kind of like similar to Tokon. I think it's a great game to pick up if you're a fan of the IP or you like really great fighters. But I mean, I will say the game does feel like a little bit rushed, probably to coincide with the new movie that just came out on Paramount Plus. So I'm assuming it probably had something to do with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's a great game. I think it's a really good game. And I would definitely check it out if you're interested in the IP at all. And yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it personally.
Cool. All right, guys, with that, we are all done. BR, thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it. That was super fun. If people want to find you, where should they go?
Yeah, thanks so much for having me on. This is a great conversation. Great talking to you and Jean, as always. Good chatting with you as well. You can find me on YouTube. That's the main platform I use. It's just Baberuthless on YouTube. Mostly talk about fighting games, but sometimes Resident Evil as well, or other things that catch my eye. And yeah, talking about like different deep dives and retrospectives and things like that related to fighting games. So appreciate the time. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was great. I'm really happy to have you on. It was awesome. Gene, of course, as well. Great to see you, my man.
Yep, great to see you too.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a while before I
appear on the
LSM podcast for a bit.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it. Definitely, this is for real. Definitely taking a break because I'm actually busy with some stuff in the next couple of weeks. So, but great to hang out with you, Brad, as well.
Yeah.
We've been chatting a lot, so it's been nice. So
cool. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for watching and listening, everybody. Appreciate it. See you guys next episode. Take care and goodbye. Summon Sign is a product of Last Stand Media and Colin's Last Stand LLC and is proudly recorded in the USA. The show is written and hosted by me, Brad Ellis. The show is produced by Dustin Furman. All of Last Stand's theme music is by Ramon Nivarez. Summon Sign, along with the rest of Last Stand's media shows, are fan-funded on Patreon at patreon.com/laststandmedia. The following names are at the producer level on Patreon, our highest tier, and we are grateful for your kind contribution and generosity to our independent endeavor. Thank you.